Okay, so today is my official first Nintendo Switch stream ever. It took me a very long time to actually do it, and in general, I hate streaming on console. Smash, and it's also basically my first time playing on the Switch. You might question, like, why do I have so many games on here then? But it's like one of those gimmick things, right? You get it just for the sake of it, like, wow, this would be so cool to do. Handheld, don't starve, when you could just play it on your phone. But so many of these things, it's like, yeah, spend like $300 on the system, but never actually use it. Never mind the games on the system, so like $600 on it. But the point is that there's really no point to play these unless you have no choice. Like, right? The only reason, with all due respect to the system, why anybody would ever use it is because of an exclusive game like Breath of the Wild. You can't play it anywhere else, or whatever. Like, yeah, let's play Minecraft on here when we can just play it on PC. Or I think they took down the original Super Mario Maker. Stardew Valley, I've never played. Why do I have two versions of Minecraft? They must have come together, right? Surely I wouldn't have bought both of them. Odyssey, I've never played. Like, a lot of the stuff has just been sitting here. I like how they marketed it with Skyrim too, to make it seem like, wow, you get to play Skyrim on a handheld. Like, it has nothing to do with the Nintendo system itself. And of course, I never really touched this. I played it for like an hour. This, I think I played just very little. In fact, what's funny is the one thing I did with this is I'm kind of gonna just look through the menus and stuff too, because I don't really remember. We'll treat it like, oh, I'm unboxing the thing. Mostly just play Splatoon 3. I didn't even know there was a 3. I knew there was a part 2. Is that exclusive too? I think it is, right? To Nintendo. Binding of Isaac, one of my favorite games, obviously, and they have like a million rebirth, then afterbirth, then afterbirth plus, like a million different versions of it. It is. This was like some kind of thing where they're supposed to release classic games. So I forget exactly how good that was or whatever. Bloodstained I never played either. I have it on my PC too. I feel like it maybe didn't live up to the hype. Not that I can say that, but or wait, this isn't even the final one. This is like a warm up one. I forget. Ritual of the Night or something was the actual full game. Haven't played Splatoon 1 or 2. So yeah, I maybe played a little bit of this, and actually the real reason why I bought Smash Ultimate is probably pretty unique. I didn't buy it to actually play it. I bought it so that I could do a thumbnail for one of my Earthbound Beginnings episode, in which you're at the zoo and a gorilla steals like a burger from Nest or something, like one of your items. So I made this title that I really liked, which was like bootleg Donkey Kong, because he looks a lot like the Donkey Kong from the older, like the original Mario game where like you're climbing up the ladders and stuff. Called Donkey Kong, but basically he looks so similar, so I called him like bootleg Donkey Kong commits petty larceny against a minor, which is you as Ness, because he would steal items from you. And so they were using maybe the same character model. And so what I did was I bought this and downloaded it just to record it, a little session of me grabbing Ness, because I couldn't find an image of it. So it's like Donkey Kong grabbing Ness by the neck or whatever, like you can do. And then I used that basically to show like that was him back in the day, before and after of him stealing from a little kid. That's the best explanation ever for why I paid $60 for this. I don't know how long it's been out for, actually. I forget. Yeah, let's go through my whole history. Like, basically, the hardware aspect of this is kind of ironic, where I talked about, like, this is a great successor to the 3DS, and it's an amazing piece of hardware for a handheld system. Right, so you could praise the Switch and say, oh, it's so good in that respect, and it sold so well and people love it. Although the UI is kind of oddly minimalistic. Like, if you look at the background and stuff, I don't know if you can change that by now, but they made it maybe a little bit too simplistic and minimalistic. Even though I tend to prefer stuff like that, it does seem a little bit weird, like one of those old DOS systems. Like, why does it seem so scuffed? But on top of that, it's the fact that they basically gave up on the other half of their hardware. Like, there is no equivalent. To see how like they had the Wii U and the 3DS, so this lives up to the 3DS. Wow, what a great successor. But what about the PS5 and Xbox Series S? Oh, they just gave up. It was kind of an excuse at the same time. Like, you can't complain about, oh, Breath of the Wild doesn't live up to some new PS5 exclusive or modern games, because oh, it's on a handheld too, so it's almost a gimmick. They can't live up to the hardware, so they eventually just gave up, which I think I said that around the Wii. So maybe I called that, and people were kind of hating on me for that. Like, right when the Wii came out, whatever small amount of presence I had, that people would even care what I said. But like I said, oh yeah, the Wii is shit technology-wise, they should just give up. But then they did the Wii U, and that did so badly, and then they finally gave up. So they just couldn't admit that they were behind the times. Um, so on one hand, it's great. On the other hand, it's disappointing that they kind of just gave up completely on the hardware side of things. It's hard to believe that a company so successful, like they know how to make games, but they don't know how to make technology, I guess. And so the story of how I got the Switch, the Craigslist story that I've told 100 times, is like it was about to come out, and I had this chance to pre-order it online because I was kind of hawking all the sites, like Target pre-orders and all these different ones. And so I had the chance, but I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. So I said, fuck it. And as soon as it came out, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want it now. But then it was, of course, sold out everywhere for months. So then immediately that same first week that it came out, I ended up finding somebody on Craigslist and buying it from them for a little bit extra. It wasn't actually that much more, like maybe $50 to $100 more. And this is the very one that we're using. So it's not like they scammed me or something. But, like I didn't want it. And then as soon as it comes out, I really want it. Then I get Breath of the Wild, and then I don't even play it, and I don't even use it. So what the fuck? And it was like one of those Danganronpa moments where like I played it for like an hour, Breath of the Wild, and I was like, I'm not really super into it. I'm not really feeling it, not to any fault of the game. I did the same thing with Danganronpa when people wanted me to play it in like 2015. Because, yeah, I wonder if there's a category for this. I'm just going to look at the fucking menu and look at all the shit. Like, if you have to put it in a different category from the game, like, I'm just playing the Switch itself, not even a game within the Switch. But, yeah, so I got it off Craigslist, and then I hardly used it. Or, yeah, and, like, Danganronpa, people in 2015 kept telling me, play it, because I like the Phoenix Wright series and stuff. And I was looking for something like that. But then in my first session, I barely got immersed in it. I didn't really like it. It was more so I just wasn't in the mood for it. Not so much to any fault of the game. And so then I come back all those years later, like last year, and I finally play it for real, the first case. And at least I gave it like a fair chance, whether I would have liked it or not. And apparently people liked it because some of my top clips on YouTube are actually all from that somehow. It could just be that the game is that popular, but that's kind of like, you just got to show it the right respect, right? Like you can't, even if the game sucked, I was going to take my time with it. So it's the same thing with Breath of the Wild. Like, obviously, I didn't want to rush into it, and it's kind of ironic that now the sequel's already out, and I still haven't played it as much as I'm a Zelda fan. Or maybe I sort of do that on purpose, right? So, like, I have something to look forward to. So, like, now I can go through Breath of the Wild as quickly as I want or whatever, and now at least I have Tears of the Kingdom to look forward to, and then I won't play that until the next one comes out. And I love that running title, oh, Breath of the Wild 2. That sounded like one of the stupidest things ever. So I'm glad they didn't go through with that. Or maybe they saw like the public backlash to that idea and then they changed it. So we're using wired internet, which hopefully that will make up for any lackings of the Nintendo Online that's always had issues in every form. Like you can even see the icon there at the top right. I don't think I've seen that yet. And that's kind of like a happenstance story. Like I have a USB adapter for Ethernet for my other old gaming PC or gaming laptop because it annoyingly, so it's like turning a negative into a positive. My Acer Zephyrus G14 was my old one that I was streaming on like a year ago, and I had it for a couple years. And that annoyingly didn't come with an Ethernet, and I didn't know that, so I was kind of mad. But then I had to get a USB connector, so thankfully that works with the Switch. But if not, then I wouldn't be able to do that. This would have ruined this whole experience. And apparently I didn't have to update this, which is weird because I haven't used this in months, so maybe they just stopped updating it, or I don't know. And I changed my name here because that wasn't what it was before, so hopefully it won't spoil your personal info. These things love to do that to you. Nintendo Switch Online, so I mean, it's pretty insulting that a communication error has occurred. I hope we don't see that. Or if we do, it won't be on my end, like... It's obviously just how they're so shitty. You would think they would have gotten better over the years because I want to play it kind of exclusively just online. Or it'll be somehow a dead game then, but I don't think so. So my history with Smash is that I played a lot. I played a little bit of the original on the N64. I played a lot of Melee and a good bit of Brawl. I didn't play hardly anything after that. So I actually have a personal, and I never say the person's name, but somebody who actually competed in tournaments and was a professional Smash player was friends with me, and we would play a lot, and they would destroy me. Like, they would win 10 games to 1 against me. just to show that I was obviously not on their level. But there was one character that I could live up to them a little bit, where I would win like 3 out of 10. So that's actually a validating moment in Melee. And of course, they would play as the two broken ones, Fox and Sheik. So it's not like they were a top player, they would win tournaments, but they were at least good enough to go to them. It's like way back in the day. So I was at least better than the average player. And yeah, Falco was my specialty, and I wasn't like super fast or anything. And of course, the fast characters dominated. There's like that piece of art that's like, it shows Melee and it shows the 6 character portraits, but instead of whatever ones it normally is, it's just Fox, 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 Sheik, 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 because that's all everybody would play. And it was completely busted, or maybe they changed it over the years and updated it and stuff, but like they made their own modded versions of the game to play competitively because they feel like certain things are imbalanced. Like Ganondorf sucked and he was too slow and stuff. And as far as, yeah, see, there's no even music or anything. Like, what did they really went hard minimalism with this whole design, which in some ways is a little bit lazy. This is actually the cartridge I've had in there, I guess, for a super long time. I think the rest I just have on, but I don't even think I have Breath of the Wild installed, do I? Or I have like very little space. Oh no, I do have it. Yeah, we could totally do a first playthrough permadeath of that. I would love to do it in that format. It's not even like I was saving it to do it on stream, because at that point I wasn't even, or no, I was actually still streaming, but it didn't cross my mind. It was just more like I didn't feel like doing it, period. Octopath, I never actually got. I have actually way more shit on here than I thought, because it's not like any of this just comes with it or comes for free. You actually would have had to buy it. Hollow Knight I still never finished, but I didn't play it on here. I played it on PC. I got super close to the end, but I didn't really feel like... I do that a lot, like with Mass Effect 2. One of my favorite games ever, but I never finished it, and I got super close to the end, and then I'm just like, I don't want it to end, so I deliberately kind of just stop. We could play chess on Clubhouse 51, since I'm such a chess fan. Dominate people there. Actually, I should do that. I should make this whole Switch thing. I don't just have to do Smash. Yeah, my Falco resume is pretty good, but obviously that was way fucking long time ago. Yeah, let's maybe look at all these different things. Not that there's a whole lot to this. Or let me test my internet thing first of all. The audio seems super loud, like I might have to lower it a little bit. I mean, you can't tell, but just based on the menu thing, even that showing up is pretty loud. Where is it? Internet. It does say wired connection, but when I checked before, it was really slow, like 3 upload speed or whatever, so it's gonna be pretty shit still. Oh, is that leaking my IP? Oh, it's 32 now. Wait, is that actually showing your... Well, whatever. It's not like I'm a big enough streamer for anybody to care about it, but I'll have to remember not to upload. Would it really do that to you, I wonder? Of course, they don't expect that anybody would stream on here anyway. Bro leaking his IP. Friend code. Whatever. What are they gonna do? NBA 2K20 played for 150 hours or more. Wait, how? I guess I'm lying then. I have played on here a lot. When did I do that? 580? What the fuck? When the fuck did I play it that much? I must have just left it open, I swear to God. Huh. That's like 1,000 hours of NBA 2K. I'm sure I would play like one game and then just like fall asleep or something. Friend suggestions, user settings, play activity settings, blah, blah, blah. You can set, they made like a cute little ad about Bowser and Bowser Jr., like him testing his online stuff. What do you call it? Like putting parental restrictions and stuff. Or how much you want to bet it's going to leak something here too. Yeah, why am I even doing this? Is it I want to see what's new on the shop? Online play, NES games. Yeah, let's recreate our 7-hour Ghosts and Goblins stream. Speaking of Earthbound Beginnings. I've already beaten it though. Or like, yeah, like Mother 3, Superstar Saga. What does this mean? It would just let you play it in like Virtual Console, I guess? Which these are not the most impressive titles to do that with. Like, do something kind of modern, but that isn't super modern. Like, you know, oh, they released like the Metroid Prime. Like, some of these are too old. You need something newer to really show it off. Like, you should be able to do GameCube emulation on here easily. As if you couldn't do that already on like the Wii and the Wii U and stuff. Wild Guns, Earthbound. Now this won't be the same, or they have Earthbound Beginnings and that. Yeah, let's just see like what's new. 1 year, maybe I'm mistaken then. See, I don't really think of that as really playing on the Switch if I was just dicking around in NBA 2K. But as far as like actually playing anything unique to it, I'm surprised I played it that much. I've never played any of these newer Mario Karts. I always found them kind of underwhelming because it's like, who wants to race slower than you could go in real life? I want to go faster, like F-Zero GX or something badass, like what's that thing? Fucking Sonic or F-Zero or something like that. At least badass. You're trying to tell me, and Nintendo gave this shitty excuse too, like, oh, we didn't make any more F-Zeros because there wasn't. We don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over with the F-Zero series. Meanwhile, Mario Kart 8 DLC number million, like they're obviously doing the same thing there too. So that's not what it's about. It would have been. Why does it show it like this? Everything looks so scuffed. Like the text there looks kind of. Yeah, it's totally gonna say my credit card info or shit too. Just leak my whole existence. Why don't you? Jesus Christ. All right. What else can we look at? News, tips, part 3. Don't give me any spoilers. Or yeah, that's the one thing I'm kind of sort of peevish about with playing stuff like Smash Brothers. Something I said was always so right for esports type stuff, but it never quite got the credit it deserved. Like, you know, it was never really that big. It seems like the perfect thing with all the different mishmash of Nintendo characters and the fact that, you know, there's so many. It's just so visually satisfying to watch. Like, what would you rather watch? Mario kick Bowser's ass in a quick-paced, awesome kind of match, or would you rather see League of Legends with all the meta and the items and the constantly changing stupid stuff? It's just so much more conducive to viewership, but somehow it never quite took off that way. Even today, it's not doing that well, but it was kind of a joke back in the day. It'd be getting like 1,000 viewers for the biggest scale thing ever. Hey, Lemon, how's it going? So yeah, I was always disappointed by how the treatment that it got. There's no real point. Or wait, isn't that what I was just doing? Or no, maybe it'll show something different. I guess this has just been out longer than I realized. That's why I totally forgot about the whole NBA 2K stuff. Leak my password too, why don't you? Album, is this going to show something questionable? That is insane, though. I go from saying, oh, I haven't played it to, oh, I've played it for like 1,000 hours just because of stupid stuff that has nothing to do with it. Although those are pretty perfect games for it. Anything sort of multiplayer that you can just do sort of mindlessly. Internet data management is pretty low, actually. Album shows screenshots. Yeah, maybe I took something iffy. I don't know. I have no idea. Amiibos I've never really used. Yeah, what a great design this is. This is going to be like blinding. Nobody wants to see that. Download notifications. It's weird that I didn't have to update it. Make sure my controller battery doesn't run out in the middle, or make sure that I don't think I've even used the dock before, except for that one time to get the screenshot for whatever, my Earthbound thing. You can also do 30-second clips. Good thing I have the whole thing on video. Oh yeah, oh no, I leaked my IP. Make that a clip. Firmware is already up to date. This we already did. Huh. It's almost like I forgot I even had this just because. Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I would have no choice but to play it on here if I even wanted to. I kind of want to play chess on here just to see what it's like. I guess there's nothing else really to do. I thought there would be more interesting stuff in the menus. Like, it sort of lacks a sense of personality of this thing. Yeah, we'll do the whole Permadeath Hero round robin, like how we do in a lot of multiplayer games. So if I lose, I have to move on to the next one. Hopefully it performs properly. Internet-wise, checking if it can be played. Now it'll update, even though I just checked out like 50 times now. Well, one thing I have to test is the audio, because it seems way too loud. Yeah, I haven't played probably a Smash game in a super long time, unless you count maybe when I first got this and I probably just played a couple games or something. In before, oh no, you played or actually it shows you that, doesn't it? I should totally check that again. Hang on. This tourney pits perfectly round fighters against those fighters on the thorny side. The same follow the team as well. Further you advance, okay. Like, it's always that meme about, you know, how it'll be Final Destination with 3 stock and no items and all this kind of stuff, like where you're trying to remove all the things that would take it away from just a pure skill thing and make it feel balanced, but then it still never is balanced because Fox is too strong or certain characters are always too strong. So partly why maybe the esports scene didn't do so well is because Nintendo really didn't give a shit. Like, they made the games more casual and less conducive to competitive play over time rather than more so. Where did it say that? Like how long you had actually played stuff. I guess I just kind of went on it in passing. That is actually kind of cool to see. Eve from Minecraft is OP in Smash. Is there actually a character like that? Yeah, they have all these weird ones like the Wii Fit girl and stuff. Where did I see that? Must be somewhere in here or... But that wouldn't just show you what you played online. I think it would just show you everything. Or maybe it was in the other game archives. Look how laggy and scuffed this menu is. When was that? 6/17/2018. Which, of course, that I only played for like 10 minutes or something. I'm always the type who likes to save it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just play a game when it first comes out and just breeze through it and be done with it. Maybe it was here. User settings. Oh yeah, here, play activity. Played for 3 hours or more. Played for a little while. Played for 60 hours, which I definitely don't remember. I was probably doing some kind of permadeath or challenge with it. Yeah, first time, by the way. I don't think I've ever been more wrong about anything. Ever. How the fuck did I do this much and totally forget about it? Played for 1 hour, played for a little while. Played for 10 hours or more. I swear to God, some of these must just count like while you're downloading it. That's how shitty the Nintendo internet is, that it would take 10 hours to download it, so it counts as just playing it. 580. Some of this is obviously AFK time, 15 hours, 40 hours. I guess I can't be surprised at the Skyrim one, 40 hours. 5 hours. It definitely wasn't that long. I've never actually played the series either. Yeah, I wanted to do like 1v1 stuff online and probably get completely clowned. And yeah, like I said, my whole peevishness about getting spoiled is I'm so particular about spoilers. Like, I don't want to play against Link because then I'll see like all the abilities you can do in Breath of the Wild, and I don't want to see what that's like. It'll actually spoil elements out of it. There's nothing I can do about that. Up to 64 players. Is it going to be 1v1? No, I don't even want to do that. Quick play 1v1. No items. Final destination. 3 stock. Preferred rules, 1-on-1 stock, only 1 stock though. That doesn't seem like enough though. I guess I'll just keep it default. Whoops. I can't really tell if it's too loud or not. Just like whenever you change to a different console. Oh, do I not even have like that many characters? Well, I guess we'll go on such a crazy win streak that it won't even matter. Like, they'll last me that long. I mean, you saw how good we did in Overwatch. Fucking, like, 15 wins on all the characters combined except for the ones that you still have to unlock, which I didn't win enough games to unlock in the first place. Okay, let's go here. I don't like the whole 1 stock thing, but... ESP number 1. Is that like my thing? 527. Oh, that's just today. Yeah, let's just go in order. Is this really how it is? Like, I would have to unlock all the other characters by doing other shit? I really don't even want to play as Link, but I guess I shouldn't be that particular. It'll spoil some of the abilities and items you get, which should be such a surprise. In fact, I'll probably skip him, but you're going to end up playing against him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, speaking of Donkey Kong and the bootleg thing. In fact, I don't even know how the controls work in this. That's kind of unfair. I should have practiced. These are both to jump. This is to do the flood thing. I kind of don't like the flood stupid ability. That wasn't in the older games. Doesn't feel like it's too laggy there, but that's not even online yet. We're playing against Sephiroth. Yeah, why don't you spoil all the fucking games I haven't played? Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it's 3 stock, but technically... Okay. I'm gonna be pretty bad. I can accept it, but... These people should be bad too. Okay. Gotta be patient. Let your opponent defeat themselves. Yeah, who were my best characters? Like, Falco was very good. Marth was decent. I had this weird thing I would do in the air that would piss people off with Marth. Kind of hard to explain, but... And I would say I do it once I get to him, but I don't... I feel like a little bit slow with the stick. Like, something's not as smooth as I am expecting. Come on, we gotta make Mario last, but we barely did anything to him. Yeah, why does the stick feel like that? What the fuck is going on? You can't go from a standstill to a run as quickly as I'm expecting. Okay, dude. I should have fucking done a practice game. Like, I don't know the controls that well right now. Fuck you, dude. This guy's so bad too, but... I'm trying to abuse the little air dodge too much, but... You know what's funny? Actually, when I first started playing Melee, I didn't even know that existed for a little bit. And then I almost did it just by accident. You're from a fucking turn-based game, dude. You don't get to be this fucking fast. Jesus Christ. Okay, he's not good, dude. He's not good. Okay, with the next character, I'm actually going to play like a practice game. Because that's not fair. Let me actually see just how everything works. And I'm not going to know all the characters' abilities because... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Does that mean we play him again? Why do you have so few characters? That is weird. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to unlock any more, so it'll go on as long as these characters can last. Okay, give me like... Whatever. So who's going to be next? Donkey Kong? Last used, 3 stock, 230. Kind of don't even want a time limit. Whatever. Or that's always an inversion of how it used to be. You used to choose the characters first and then choose the arena later. Speaking of the title character of the whole series, Fox. Everybody's favorite. I swear, it dominated all the competitive stuff at the outset. So the point is, like, I was trying to do like this little thing with the stick where you go from like you hit him a little bit, right? Let's say, and then you go fast. I kept like walking slowly in a way that didn't feel natural. Yeah, what is that? I keep getting stuck. That's not how it used to work. You go from like 0 to 100 very quickly, like a little. You can't move with the pad. That just does stupid taunts and stuff. Okay, this is a classic charge-up attack, which Captain Falcon and Ganondorf even have, but the difference is that you get to choose like when you do it here. Trying not to use an item. Okay, so that's still the throw thing. Obviously, the right stick is going to be the smashes. If you're trying to do up smash there, you're not really going to see these smash balls and stuff. It's actually kind of good at how it should be. Okay, you do a little air dodge. Do this. Fuck. Yeah, losing against the AI should count too, but it won't. Let's kill him first and then do it. I don't even know what a lot of these do. But see, that's not really conducive to competitive play either. Like, that's not something that existed before. But they thought it was a good idea. Let's introduce like an ultimate for all of these characters that nobody is ever going to use in that way. I'm not saying they have to design it for that purpose either. Like, with that in mind, but they sort of deliberately over-casualized it. Not saying it was perfectly balanced, but it's just more, I don't know. Melee felt like the golden age for that, for whatever reason. Yes, of course, simulate the online experience where you can just do the same ability over and over and abuse it. There is something about the movement that I find a little bit more stiff. I don't know if it's something with my stick or... There's kind of hard to illustrate. Like, sometimes you're just walking like that. You should never be doing that. You have to like hit the stick a little bit harder. You never want to be walking like a clown there. Okay, so we'll do a streak with Donkey Kong. I mean, I guess if I lose with everybody, but that shouldn't even happen. I'm totally gonna skip Link too. I don't even want to see Link, but we're gonna have to see him in you know, we're gonna see our opponents do that anyway. Yeah, will that be the only victory screen that we see? Oh shit, well this is at least good to unlock stuff. Speaking of Earthbound. Yeah, bootleg Donkey Kong steals, commits petty larceny against a minor, recreated. This is what I played the game for. Look, that screenshot. Camera controlled, how do we do this? So then I like zoomed in. This is it. It happened again. Recolorized. A classic moment from an old school game that I never played until like a year ago. I mean, you still do have to win against him. I don't know what difficulty they really set these guys at. Doesn't seem that crazy. Yeah, something's weird with the stick, I swear to God. Like, I'm trying to do the smash there, but it's doing the basic attacks. Which sometimes that'll help you, right? You'll succeed despite your best effort not to. Get him 100 to 0. Oh, look, that was pretty epic, right? Before he hits me with the bat. You won't get these after an online match, will you? Or maybe if you win. That would be a fun way to unlock them, too. Like, if you beat somebody with a particular character you don't have, that should count, right? Spirits, this is like maybe like the story mode campaign thing. All right, let's do the 1v1 thing. It might not always be the same format, but yeah, we'll actually skip Link just out of respect for that. I'll try not to pay attention too much to my opponent's attacks or whatever. That is maybe a little bit too OCD anal, but it really will. Like, there'll be some cool item that I wasn't expecting Link to have that he's going to be a surprise when I'm playing the game. Getting spoiled by a fighting game. I don't know. I feel like the movement's not... Oh, here we go. My fucking ace.
3, 2, 1,
Get ready. Wait, it's only one life, though. Give me time, dude. Okay. Man. Ugh. Yeah, fast characters. Although Falco wasn't even as fast as Fox by any stretch of the imagination. The more honorable... Okay. Yeah, you're so good, dude. Big Green. This is the Big Green DBZ dub. I defer to them because they gave me so many good laughs. These people aren't even good, dude. I'm just... Why's it got to be a one-stock thing? Even though that's what I'm going to take a break. Yeah, global flash power 2 million. So clearly he's much better than me. Or not really. How do you... No, fuck. I don't even get to do a rematch because I failed. No, I'm not even doing it. Oh my god. It won't let me leave. But he's got the nice little Majora's Mask thing. I don't even know what my icon is. I'm not even doing it. Yeah, same outcome too, by the way. Just save us both some time. These controllers are actually kind of nice though because they're so small. That was rough? No, thank you. Yeah, he doesn't know what exact challenge I'm doing, what I'm playing for. This is always unfair though when you don't have the whole roster of characters unlocked. Now I'll skip to Samus. I don't know, I gotta find a character that I can actually play as. Like, who would be somebody I'd be good with? Like Marth or somebody. I can guarantee it. We get like one practice game with each, so if that unlocks a character, then so be it. But let's turn up the... How do you change the AI difficulty here? Free stock, blah, blah, blah. Good. Okay, so how do you progress? Horse doesn't matter too much. Hey, look how it's stiff. What is with the stick? Must just be me, but what? Like, look at the sensitivity. This is not mouse sensitivity. Look how long it takes to go from one end of the screen to the other. Why the fuck would it need to be like that? So let's look at Samus. Or how do you change the outfits too? It is a level 9. So did I just whoop the level 9 last time with no problem? Of course, would be the natural outcome anyway. Oh, I love this stage, actually. Twilight Princess, I would still say is my favorite Zelda, just because I haven't played any of the newer ones beyond that, but I do love the semi-open world feel that it gives you. I'm kind of playing a little bit too aggressive, but there are items and shit here too to use as a crutch. Tom is losing the range against a fucking non-ranged character generally. Okay, dude. Yeah, nice. I should have turned off items. Jesus, he's actually pretty evasive. Making fun of some of these characters for being slow, but it feels like in some ways they changed that too. Ganondorf is so fucking laughably slow in the other thing. Oh my god. But that guy didn't even damage me at all. What? Ice Annoying did that. It won't even hit him because he's on the ledge, or it did, I guess, but it didn't do that much. Was the last one level 9? It didn't really feel like it. Come on, dude. Of course, the slower characters were always more tanky, but that started to matter a lot less over time. Not even saying like a level 9 is that impressive, but you know, don't look as bad when I'm doing whatever online. Look how he just started to RP walk and didn't seem to care what was happening. Is this the thing where you get to like shoot a skill shot thing at them if you get like enough of them? That guy I assume would hit you. Oh, what the fuck, dude? They don't do too well with those mechanics, I guess. Look, I never said I'm good, but doesn't mean that I shouldn't be getting any win streak things. And in fact, my whole love of this format is just, you know, never mind how well I perform in it. It's just a fun way to play stuff. Multiplayer stuff that otherwise would have no... Okay, why am I throwing so hard when I would have no context to it otherwise, basically? What is even happening? As long as I can hang around and get a lead here with his health. Damn, Samus is a little bit tankier than I would think too. There were some insane moments in Melee, like where you could get Ganondorf to like 212, you know, fucking crazy high values. Yeah, let's just exploit the item. That's why we're winning when we normally don't. Oh shit, we're so close to the edge of the thing. We're gonna get fucked over. Come on, I'm on the other side of the fucking screen, dude. Yeah, that should totally count too. So much item degenerate shit, dude. Of course, I benefited from too, but losing to actual AI, that's so bad that you can't. Okay, this is the main reason I'm doing it. This is gonna be Zelda. Also, spoilers for... Fuck off. Like, I didn't know she looks like that. She looks way younger. It's obviously gonna be from the newer version. Look how she walks like a robot. Yeah, let's try to stun lock her so we don't see what her abilities are. It's amazing how much they can get away with using the same story and the same basic thing premise so many times. Like, a lot of series do that. As much as you might like it, it's just, you know, some would see that as like lazy. Like, how many times are we gonna kill Ganondorf? I kind of like when they go in a different direction. Like, Majora's Mask has nothing to do with that. Or Minish Cap, like with Vati. Or even Twilight Princess sort of plays with that idea, just like... Or even this music will spoil it too. Fuck off. That's why I held off playing this so much, because I don't want to spoil... In fact, even that one would have done the same thing, right? For Breath of the Wild. Forget about Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda joins the battle. Also a character I wouldn't really want to play as. She looks like a little kid. Or like she's in between. Normally, you get like a really young one, like in Ocarina of Time at the beginning, or a really old one, like in Twilight Princess or whatever. Not really saying that she's old, but yeah, that's the biggest problem I'm going to have, is I'm not going to have enough characters to do this. I can't believe how few I started with. Okay, come on. We can win some matches at least, but I kind of don't like the unpredictability of whether it's going to be 1 or 3 stock, but I guess it's fine. You put on preferred rules, but it's going to be not a guarantee, right, that you get that. We'll do Samus, Yoshi, Kirby. I mean, as long as we keep doing those practice matches, we can do Ness. Yeah, even like that's how you get introduced to some of these series too. Like, oh, you played Fire Emblem because you saw Marth and Roy and stuff in Melee, and you didn't know who they were, so it's a good advertisement. Or like Ness. I didn't know too much about Earthbound, and then I still didn't play it for a very long time after that, but yeah, we got to be a Meta Knight abuser, like how we abuse Bastion and Overwatch and always pisses people off. The whole means argument. I forgot how you change the costume colors. That one's pretty badass. From like Echo's the light suit, or maybe it's a different one, even than that. Okay, speaking of Ness, is it going to be? It is only a 1 stock match. You got to really make this count. I don't even know how you do those emotes and stuff. You should have this always in the pocket. Does that mean he absorbed it and can do it to me, or what does it mean exactly? Shouldn't we be playing like little kids who suck almost as much as me? Gotta play it smart, sharp, slow. Okay. Sometimes I invite stuff a little bit too much. Like I'll go right into them, or just be a grab abuser too. Ah, fuck. There's a certain stiffness. I'm not gonna use it as an excuse like, oh, my controller doesn't work right, but okay. What the fuck? I'm actually stun locked. Look how much that did. Doing most damage with just the grab alone. Those will protect you as long as they're still intact there. A lot of the time, the best strategy is not even to go for smashes, so the name is deceptive. Super Dodge Brothers. Super... Oh, shit. Very hard to actually hit people with this. Or does he actually heal for that? He like charges it up, but then what does he do with that? Okay, dude. Never used to have a fucking heal ability like that, dude. What is all this shit? The fucking android from DBZ or some shit? Even that, it doesn't like heal them. Come on, dude. How is that not enough to finish him off, you fucker? Time it so yeah, use their fucking own absorption shit against them. This dude's fucking abusing that ability. We healed him for more than we damaged him total, and he's a clown. So stupid. Okay, that's at least a fair matchup. I don't like these 1-stock ones. Give me a chance to, you know. Okay, just no rematches ever. Don't want to farm the same poor guy, even though we almost did lose pretty badly. Like, if he didn't heal that much, that one would have looked a lot better. We gotta really stretch this out, or it's not gonna last very long. At least they're unlocking characters pretty easily here. Samus morphs into a ball and drops a bomb. Yeah, it's not a great ability, really, but... What else am I missing that you have? Those are the same, so Samus really hasn't changed much over the years in any way. Pretty decent speed, though. Yeah, when does Samus ever do this in a fucking game, though? Just melee strikes. Like, what is this, dude? Like, obviously, every character does it. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Cloud, yeah, you really want to fucking beat this Final Fantasy thing like a dead horse? You're not going to have a random absorption heal ability, are you? You kind of start too close to each other there. You gotta learn how to back off and then go in, or he's trying to throw, which is perfectly fine, or he's gonna try to 1-stock me. I don't know for what purpose you'd be doing this. Why do I feel like stiff, you know? Not really the internet. Hey, keep the streak alive, buddy. I'll take it. We have people trolling for us. Because I'm clearly that big of a streamer that they would care to do that. Or he's doing it just to farm for certain resources and stuff. I like how detailed the damage loadouts and stuff always were. Okay, let's try to focus and actually play well. Samus isn't a bad character. Not really my favorite, but yeah, we need to do different costumes, like for... But now Zero Suit... Yeah, they turn a costume into a whole nother character, like how Sheik was... Well, I mean, Sheik wasn't a different character at the first, but like Zero Suit Samus is just its own character, right? When it could have just been a costume for the same character, too. Harry, I have no fucking idea who this is. Like from Street Fighter or something? Oh, why you gotta give us a course like this? What is this? Low battery, dude. Am I gonna lose it because of that? I mean, we have the range capability, so... Don't stand that close to the edge, I guess, but... Okay, bad placement. Still did hit him. I always like to have this in the tank for when you least expect it. You know who I am, dude? I did a 1 energy tank run of fucking Metroid Prime on the highest difficulty. Not that that has anything to do with this, but just out of respect for Samus. What a badass character she is. Yeah, spam the shit out of this. No. Yeah, melee, more like range. Super Smash Brothers range. Ha ha ha. Go, I don't know what that means. He'll get some special ability at the end here. Wait, what even killed him? What? It was just the basic missile. Like, that's really enough to be a trigger like the finisher animation. I feel like they increased the number of those a little bit too much. Here we go, the 27 game win streak with Samus that we were promised. Can't really tell whether it's too loud in the course of these battles. Like the menu and stuff seems super loud. Yeah, I would just keep going in order. I'm just afraid to mess up the streak. I don't know. Guess we have no choice but to keep doing it. Let me maybe lower it a little bit. All right, try it like that. Pichu doesn't strike any fear into my heart, although it is only a one life thing. Gotta always know when to go back. It's gonna be one of these courses that... Okay, dude, this fucking stun lock spammery is dog shit. Okay. Some people are sort of throwing for me. So I think I've confirmed that the Switch is louder than the... maybe the Xbox or something. It's hard to tell. Like, let me watch it. Let me play an AI or something. But I don't want to play an AI because that's like cheating, because I'll unlock like another character. But playing 5, okay, whatever. I don't care about all this stuff. I love how this format works so well in so many games. Any multiplayer game in existence, you can just do it, right? Where it lasts as long or as short as you make it. But of course, I would never throw on purpose just if I don't like a game. Not that that's even... Or I should just quit out. So that obviously doesn't count for anything, but... all I want to see is just the volume of it. So this obviously doesn't count. We totally got to play an obligatory game of chess just because it's my Switch inauguration thing. Like, at least this opens the door not only for me to make a series out of this game, but also just of any game on here. Could be Breath of the Wild, could be... I don't really see the point in doing something like Hollow Knight because... this seems to be okay, I guess. Let me actually see. totally throwing on purpose here, so you can't even say anything. They added a lot of weird stuff to these games that feel so out of place. Like, yeah, Nintendogs or whatever, fucking weird shit, Wii Fit Girl, all this kind of weird stuff. Yeah, let's keep doing the online thing.
No contest.
Yeah, it's just sad to see that such an iconic series never had kind of the success it deserved, though. It's such a viewer-friendly type of thing. You don't have to know a whole lot about the game, right? That's always the test of, like, a sport. How easy is it to understand what's going on? Football, they're getting tackled every 5 seconds and fucking setting up their formation. That was always my joke about it. Like, they spend more time setting up their formations than actually playing the fucking game. Like, whereas basketball, you just go up and down. They try to put the ball in the hoop every 24 seconds. Like, it's much more conducive to viewership, even though it doesn't get as many viewers as football still somehow. Or like the games like soccer where it takes like an hour to fucking score something sometimes, or the whole game, right? Baseball can be very drawn out too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, League of Legends can be very drawn out and hard for the average person who doesn't know the game super well to follow. Whereas this would be way more, not only fast paced, but way more straightforward as to what's happening. So that is just kind of a sad commentary. They're completely different genres of games, so maybe it's not fair to compare them, but you're always going to have this locked and loaded, but it doesn't mean you have to use it right away, per se. That's the little fusion suit. I never actually was that big a fan of the older Metroid games. People will take that as sacrilege, like, oh, I didn't like the 2D Metroids, but I love Metroid Prime. But I will even say that, like, it's not even that I dislike them, it's just, and it's the opposite with Castlevania, where the 3D ones suck, but the 2D ones are god tier. Hero. I don't know what this is from or anything. Or it's just like a generic me type of thing. Heal, or it's something from, it's something from, it's something from Final Fantasy inspired, basically. Sometimes they get overly aggressive there too, but that's okay. I have some stupid down air stuff to throw me off with. I'm trying to blast him at point blank range. I feel like the grabs have been good to me. Nobody ever expects you to do those. Oh wait, where did my thing go? Not really doing smashes a ton, but they're too predictable that way. Don't get me killed like the Bullet Bill or some dumb shit. Ah, yes, of course. An average 157 health, random fucking... Nice game, dude. 157, like... And I have like 80 something, like, give me a break, dude. So stupid. There's such a disproportionate amount of tanky stuff. You should be able to look at them and tell, okay, it's King DDD and he's really slow, so that's why he's tanky. Or like he's Bowser or Ganondorf. Why does that guy have any business being tanky? Even though I'm saying during the match, like, oh, I don't smash much. I'm not smashing. But still, that should have easily been a win. I had at least a couple game win streak with Thomas, which should have been more. So who's next? That's so dumb, dude. That's a really stupid way to lose. As you practice, we can unlock another character as a result of doing this. Hopefully. It's not like one game is typically enough. The higher percentage means you're winning, of course. Or I always love that mode, like a fixed amount of stock, like 100, or not stock, whatever it's called, 100 total health, where it works like in reverse. So it doesn't matter whether you knock people. I never was actually the biggest fan of the knocking off idea, but I mean, it obviously is intrinsic to the series. Okay. See, sometimes after landing a hit, you just have to be willing to back off. where you have to like fake that you're gonna back off. I wish I unlocked Mart so I can show kind of the crazy air style I had with them. It worked really well. And it was the sort of thing that was like its own in its own universe. Like nobody really seemed to do that, or at least it threw even some pretty good players off. Like they can't tell whether you're gonna go in or not. That is really annoying. Ah, yes, of course. Sexy dodge with the roll there, not bad. Yeah, some of this stuff is nuts, how you can survive for so goddamn long. Get that going into the second life, too. How about that? How about that? Or at least prevent him from taking it. What even was that? I mean, what happened? I guess he just plummets down and whatever. But we do actually want to win this. Which becomes either easier or harder because of the items. The first one seems so easy, so maybe the subconscious, when you read that they're level 9, you're like, oh, they gotta be good. But the first one seemed like a joke. I didn't change the... Okay. Alright, lost to a fly swatter. Nice, I can't even see what I'm doing. Why do you, like, dive like that so slowly? I guess it's just part of the item, too. I don't know what the ultimate smash even did. It just plummeted me, like, off the screen. Now, can I get healed by... Oh, yeah, nice, nice. Your up B is pretty dog shit, though, as Yoshi. He froze himself. Nice. You could choose real weakness is ice. Come on. Good practice, but I'm not really a big fan of Yoshi, actually. Oh, here we go again, dude. Of course, I don't know what these even do, but you don't really need to know that for... Isn't that one that's like basically unavoidable? It like got you in a scripted cutscene. Imagine that just takes me right off the screen. Never get triggered by that so much except for in Mario Kart, right? Where it's some kind of bullshit, not unlike a blue shell. It seems like they made it more necessary to smash to get the final hit. Otherwise, it lets random characters get to like 150 like we saw just last time. Okay. Nice experience. Okay, dude. Maybe even for losing, it still sometimes gives you the chance to fight those guys, but... Yeah, why don't I just turn off items, dude? Even though I'm making fun of the whole, Yeah, even when I get the kill, it's because of an item, too. Whatever. Fuck. I shouldn't have lost that one with Thomas. I was leading by like 50 points, but... They kind of let these auto animations trigger too much. Like, that would happen in Melee too, but... Who the fuck is this? I have no idea what that is. He has like a hook on one side, like wings on the other side. Hits. It looked like some kind of other monstrosity. And of course, these will be much lower level than that. Yeah, they're more on my level. Not like I'm trying to prove something, dude. I haven't played this game in fucking years, but you're also playing against pretty shitty people online, presumably, so... Not quite as shitty as this, though. Even when you lose, it is giving you a chance to unlock stuff. So every time I'm unlocking something, it gives me basically an extra life. Yeah, I'm clearly trying to smash there, but you got to use the stick to do it, I guess. Just never going to work otherwise. Controls aren't that different, maybe, than what I would be used to, but obviously I'm playing shitty here. Come on, you're so annoying. Wow, why the fuck can't I just smash for doing that? Yeah, see, they'll never die unless you smash, even when you do. Now, he'll smash me here with like an 80 fucking point deficit and then still win. basically how this works. Or like we're smashing him in such a bad way, and even that wasn't a guaranteed kill, I don't think. That's one of those wind resistance moments where you can fight against it. I feel like they've made that kind of too generous. Like certain characters would die at very low levels of, you know, damage no matter what, just because they're meant to be squishy like that. At least if they're being this generous with the unlocks, I guess it's fair to do it. But the real way that you should be unlocking them is by beating them online, assuming that even counts towards it. Right, like if I beat a character I don't have, doesn't that... No, because I don't think I just unlocked something because of that. So we had a little streak with Thomas. It should have been a much bigger one. So we have Kirby, we have Fox, Pikachu, Ness, Bowser, and Pit. I'm not going to do the Zelda and Link, just out of respect for no spoilers, even though we'll probably still fight against them. We'll lose to low battery. Defeating strong targets will net you rewards. Doesn't apply to this mode because everybody's gonna be dog shit, right? But no different than me. Not really fair because some of these people play this shit probably all day, every day, even to be as bad as they are, but that's still no excuse. I didn't know you could have a space in your name like that. The moment where Yoshi turns on Mario. Oh, look at that. Nice back and forth. Sometimes you just got to get out of there a little bit. Trying to abuse the egg thing too much. We do have 3 of these. So I like that. It gives you at least a chance in case you funk up or something. Like a Sonic song for which we're probably going to get copyright. Okay, I'm trying to do that once too much. When in doubt, just grab. Nobody ever expects you to do it, or it just bypasses all their resistances. It's those little light jumps that I would do that I can't do anymore, which partly feels almost because of the controller. Or you guess what? People probably do use a GameCube controller on this somehow. You're able to have a workaround, the only true way to play it. Oh my god. Yeah, not too bad of a deficit, but how's he doing that? Keep trying to cheat the need to smash. Right, like try to take them out with these quicker little hits. You put yourself at less risk by doing that, and I keep standing in one place. Come on, man. Here, I'll even do it with a grab. He's just never gonna die at this rate, though. I don't remember it being this much smash or bust. Like, if you can't smash them, you just can't kill them, ever. That's the only way to... It wasn't like that. The older games weren't like that at all. You could totally do it without doing that. In fact, that was part of my whole fighting strategy, is to try to whittle them down without putting yourself at risk, because smashing is very slow, obviously. That wasn't a guaranteed kill. That's still not a guaranteed kill, so you can use it the other way. Even that, okay. They made those animations, like, very conspicuous. Come on. Man. Whole stock behind. It's just not gonna happen. You get these crazy combos off. Man, he even resisted the fake out. That was pretty good. I kind of stand there too much. You gotta be mobile. Fuck you. Ah. Somehow we'll do it. Somehow we'll do it. Watch. Man, how did he get that far ahead? It's always at the end here that I'm failing to smash them and to do anything. Yeah. Nice. And thus he sentences Yoshi to another 1,000 years of servitude until he has another rebellion. Has him fucking jump off a cliff to give him an extra boost. So let's do Kirby. When you get what character you kind of like, not even that I'm a Thomas fan in this so much, but that was at least something we had going. Okay, let's do Kirby. If it's this generous with unlocking more characters, at least we can kind of stretch this out, but even when I'm losing in these, it still gives you one. Probably one of the things that nobody likes to do, right? Like, nobody wants to have to unlock the characters, but I get why they do it. Like, even with Overwatch, for you to have to do that. And you could say it's a microtransaction thing, but it's actually not, because you can't buy them, I don't think. You can just only get them from playing and winning games and stuff. I like characters that aren't like super fast, but moderately fast. I guess that's the whole Falco explanation. Or even Marth. Marth was semi-fast, but he wasn't like super fast. And then Roy was a little bit slower, and Ike sort of becomes the new Roy in retrospect. Nobody knew who Marth was, but especially nobody knew who Roy was, because that was totally, you know, like Fire Emblem was totally just an exclusive series to the other continent. So it's a good way to market stuff. I swear, like, so many people know about Earthbound from Smash, or so many people know about Fire Emblem from, I keep saying I'm going to turn off items and then I don't do it. Wow, I still didn't destroy it. I don't know where it even went. How did it fucking dump off the side like that? I don't even know what it does, but you see, some of those are shitty. I like the ones that just blow up the screen for like 50 hours, like the one we saw before, and just like homes in on you and stuff. You're trying to tell me these players online are this much better than a level 9 CPU? I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but even at this low, whatever, global rank stuff that we're at. What is that? I don't even know what happened. I always like the down B here. That's a good way to... Because what it does is it makes you invincible too, so unless they grab you, it's a good alternative to like a Smash. Yeah, see, like even Kirby. I've never played a Kirby game, but I know certain things about him just from this alone. Yeah, my classic technique of standing in the same place and just spamming ability, which humans can deal with, but apparently the CPU can't. Now it'll take me an hour to actually finish him off because of, Okay, dude, please, dude. Or I never use that suck with the B. Like, use their own abilities against them. That is always a fun mechanic. Throw a stupid baseball. Wow, 40 health, and that's... I mean, at least that's not because it's an ability, but there are times where you can do that, too. You'll do, like, a timely smash. Makes it seem like a 3v1. Why do you clone yourself when you do that? Give me another one. All it takes is, like, one match between each of these. At least it's generous with that. This is from Splatoon. I don't even know what it's going to be called. Inkling. I have an inkling you're going to lose this fight because you're not even a level 9. Or you don't have any items to bail you out. Yeah, it's a weird relationship I have with Nintendo because it's like, I always grew up playing the games. I obviously would say, okay, that makes you a Nintendo fan, but I'm going to be objective and say they've done a lot of dumb things over the years, and obviously their hardware is dog shit. So there's some reservation I have. Like, when all you have to offer is your flagship series, that means that you're already doing something wrong. Like, you're advertising Skyrim like fucking 7 years after it came out, 6 years after it came out, like it's a big deal. It's almost like you're Bethesda, fucking showing remastered, re-released million times over. King K. Rool, is he actually a character in this? I feel like he is. Like, I forget what characters are even added specifically for this. Yeah, Kirby's clearly going to be a good streak. That Samus one kind of tears me apart because the way... It's so bullshit how they do these one-stock things, dude. Don't do that shit to me. Although sometimes I'll get off lucky because of it. You can't control it, can you? You want it to be one-on-one. You want it to be stock. I guess it's okay. Items should be off. All stages, that's fine. You always want it to be sort of the same general format. I guess this is close enough so that every character gets a fair shake at it. So we didn't win a single game with Donkey Kong or Mario, I don't think. We won like 3 or 4 with Samus. We won 0 with Yoshi, so now let's do Kirby. Oh my god, this isn't going too great. I'll be back. So Inkling, I don't mind spoiling Splatoon. Or what was that one game that they were trying to show off? Like ARMS. ARMS is supposed to be like some big thing like, you know, where they're using the... so many of these things, like buy a Nintendo Switch and you can look like a clown too. Doing all these motions like with that, or all these kind of movements around the room and stuff. Which isn't that different than maybe what you'd be doing with VR and other stuff, but... Look at Zelda's face. Doesn't it just look kind of weird? Like she's a teenager, I guess, maybe is what... I don't know. It looks like almost from a different universe from him. Huh. Okay, let's get a Kirby streak going.
Kirby!
Yeah, imagine fucking playing that much NBA 2K on here. Like, what the fuck? You see, that was almost me trying to save the games that I actually wanted to look forward to. Yes, of course, I bought this to take a screenshot in, and then I bought the whole Switch just to play fucking a random basketball game. Neither of which have anything to do with anything, like, you know, being exclusive to it. Or, I mean, obviously this is, but that's sort of like a fake thing, right? Like, oh, the reason why the Switch does so good is just because of the exclusivity of it. Mirror matchup, so you can't use an excuse here.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, the one life could be to my benefit or my disadvantage. I don't really know. You gotta do it gradual. Now back off. Play like a mind trick with him, dude. I don't have my air sort of... I can't explain what I would used to do. I just can't explain it. I'll have to show it once I get a character like Mart to work with. We got off to a good start, and now I'm falling apart. This whole standing in the middle strat is not my strong suit, I will acknowledge, but you get in these like little stun lock moments where I just can't do anything, so... Okay, alright. At least if I had another one to come back from. That was like one of those stun lock animation, or I mean, moments where it... Okay, man, I can't do it. Like, how do I start off that well? That doesn't even kill you if you go in there. I knew that. My god, man. How am I so bad? Yeah, now we'll do that whole thing where we still win. That so many people have done to me. Okay. Too bad. Anywhere between 1 and 3 stock, I guess, is fine with me. He has 3 stock, even though... Why does Kirby get that animation? What, is one of Kirby's powers to clone himself? I've never seen that.
Solo battle.
Well, everybody's favorite now, Fox. Yeah, I always disliked Fox, but always liked Falco. Just somehow too degenerately fast and stuff. Yeah, I'm just dog shit. Like, I got off to a good start, but then I get too aggressive or something. You see how my whole strategy, like, I'll whittle them down, keep doing little bits here and there. There's no reason for me to go in there and, like, play it super overly aggressive like that. I totally had them at the beginning.
3, 2.
I just, my memory is almost as bad as my play, like, where I keep saying I'll turn off items and stuff. Of course, I'm totally just losing on purpose just to unlock characters anyway, because it doesn't seem to penalize you that way. Oh, I thought he would take damage from doing that. I don't think I even knew that for a little bit, that Samus was a female, because they don't make a big point of it, and that's the best way to do it. Like, you know, so many of these series try to overdo it. Obviously, that's inspired by Alien and stuff with Ripley and whatnot. Somehow Ripley became Ridley as the enemy. I think that is actually an inspiration for it. Look how long you can do that for. You're supposed to be a fast character. Getting stun locked is fun. It seems to happen surprisingly more than I even would expect. If I knock your ass on the road, I should be in good shape. Great way to advertise their other series and games, even ones that have gone completely defunct. Like, only way you get to have an F-Zero experience is like this now. They completely gave up after the GameCube one, which was a really hard game, actually. Maybe that's why, right? The best-selling games always are super easy. Like some of the not explicit permadeath runs that I did without meaning to, like even as a kid. I only died one time in Ocarina of Time, my first time playing it when I was like, whatever, 5 years old or something. And it was to the final boss itself. Right, because you escape from the castle and you think, oh, you know, that's it, the end of the game. I wasn't expecting the final Ganon fight, so I was kind of a little just thunderstruck by the moment, and it was a bit of a surprise. I can live with that. Or like Miles Edgeworth, the first one. I did a first playthrough permadeath of that without saying it was a permadeath. It was just because that was before I like really introduced the format properly. Level 9 CPU, by the way. Let's do it again. I somehow don't like to use the right stick to do those. Fox doesn't even seem as fast, actually, as well, as in my hands. It won't look as fast, but still, as maybe abusive as it would have been in the other games. Smash Brothers, yeah. Not something I played in a super long time, actually. Okay, I'll blame the fact that there's items, even though they could benefit me as much as anything else, but why am I losing to a goddamn CPU? In fact, a lot of the characters seem just naturally faster than you would expect them to be. Like, even Samus was supposed to be, like, in between, originally. And a lot of characters are tankier than you would expect, too. Fuck. At least that was his final stock. Yeah, let me unlock another character to make it super easy. Like, every single match, even if you lose, well, you have to beat them when... who is this? Oh, the villager. Claim the map, not your skill. Now, if I lose to this guy, I'm definitely a clown because this is not even as high a level CPU. Not that 9 is that crazy anyway. Just spam that in the middle of fights when they try to play all defensively. Characters with ranged abilities are sometimes very broken because of it. You don't even have to put yourself at risk at all. Smashes are kind of pissing me off though, but I guess the benefit that you'll get with this is Fox is going to be way tankier than he should be despite being a fast character, because that's just how the modern games work. Fox would have been super squishy and easy to kill. Like you could knock him off at 60 back in the day or something, depending on how you did it. If you're Ganondorf or something, you'll go up to like 140 on average. So they definitely squished everything down a bit. So we go on a streak with Fox. I don't think I've even won with too many of these characters besides Thomas. I was doing okay. Or wait. Yeah, I'm only allowed one practice match in between each one to actually learn what the character does, first of all, but also to help me unlock more to give me extra lives, because otherwise this would already be almost over, right? With just the first set of characters. Although, to be fair, I'm skipping a couple of them. How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assuming that I won't play Zelda. I don't know if Zelda can even become Sheik here. Or normally they just make Sheik a separate character in the in the newer ones. So down is that. I didn't even use the abilities properly. I used to love doing that. I'm something of a Falco master, so there's no reason why I shouldn't go on a 25-game win streak with this guy. But if I don't, it's just because of my sense of honor that I think Fox is busted, so I don't want to do it, of course. It might be the best we can do for the time being. I feel like, what did I used to do? I'm trying to... I would do like these little hops, which I can't do now. You can't do it by pressing the button, or you kind of can, but I would do it with the stick. Sheik is another character. Yeah, that made Zelda such a crazy thing that you could... Not only was Sheik one of the strongest characters, period, in Melee, but you had the upside of also being able to transform and do more stuff in certain matchups that might help you otherwise. Sheik was so busted. Yeah, we get another Cloud. A lot of people love these Final Fantasy characters. Here we go with the courses, which arguably I don't even mind, but... I have a bad tendency when I miss to just kind of stay there. I have to get out of there. Or I like to think I can dodge into them and that'll help me, but... Nice combos here. I forget what happens with the limit breaker and stuff. Okay, I'm dog shit. Oh my god. I'm like dodging through him, but it doesn't work. That's my specialty. Go in like a pussy, piss him off a little bit. Yeah, there you go. This is my style of play. Pussy play. Fuck. He's so fast. Like, fucking Cloud. Cloud's not supposed to be this fast, is he? Everybody just feels so fast. Says Fox. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, come on. Piss him off. Piss him off. My reaction time is too slow to block that, even coming from a mile away. Damn it. Why'd that ability throw me off so badly? Okay, good. Could you Cloud Cannon roll pussy out pussy you really? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we gotta rack up damage without even exposing myself. I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, they made some of those things a little bit slower. A little bit slower. Watch, watch, watch. The ultimate. The ultimate. Fuck. Come on, we need this little bonus here. Oh, okay, that's what you get for trying to play like a degenerate. You get for taunting. Yeah, that obviously doesn't work against melee stuff. Okay, okay. That's so slow. Okay. Complain about Fox being too fast, and this is what they do, but I guess it's fair. Okay. Okay, dude, I can't do anything. Fuck. Pretty good at getting you in the air. Won't even let me land on the goddamn ground, man. Fuck. Some of these combos can just get out of hand. Okay, I lose. Like, how about you just let me fucking do something, dude? Which, in turn, I just end up doing that. I remember that dash B being a lot easier to use. I don't mind having a cooldown on the end, but I guess I have too much faith in my air dodges, which don't really work. I'll totally beat him just by fucking spamming the B. That would have been one that I would have done better if we only had the one stock, because some of these are like randomly choosing each of the ones. It's not always the exact same format. That's kind of sad. A lot of them do move and behave differently than what I'm expecting. Right, like something about Fox didn't feel as smooth or as fast as you would want it to be. That's more like how Falco moves, which means I should have done better since I'm so good with Falco, but... Let's do, who's next? Pikachu? I cannot remember for the life of me to turn off the items. That makes this a less authentic experience. Not really a big fan of Pikachu, but you are pretty fast. In fact, you feel super fast. Guess if Pikachu's faster than Fox, objectively. What else do you have? This is the big dash into them. That's the same as it was. This is a classic ability. And, of course, this can be used to try to get back, too. Oh, don't you get, like, 2 of the zips? Maybe I messed it up. I thought you do, like, a zip. Yeah. This doesn't even matter whether you win or not, I guess. Or maybe it will start to matter with unlocking new characters, but just for the sake of it, it shouldn't be that hard to beat at level 9. Totally because of the items. It's totally that. I'm too honorable to use them, even though I just tried to. This is the course where that classic moment happened. Did he just walk up slowly and down smash? Did he just walk up slowly and use an item? Or use an ultimate smash? Okay, dude. How much damage did that thing do to me? It seems like it's hurting him too somehow. What is with me getting stuck in stuff? You can stun like people a little bit, but this seems like excessive. Okay, dude. Yeah, we'll practice against the other fucking CPU that's gonna be a lot shittier. Over here we get some healing stuff. He wants to play so dirty. We lost the fairy. No fairy run. Free heart, 1 heart permadeath Wind Waker. 100% clear, by the way. Okay. Why did he do so well that time compared to the rest? Like, I've been beating these level 9 CPUs pretty easily. Okay, give me another one. They've been very generous, so I can't even complain if they don't. Fuck. Yeah, they've given me like one for every single game that I play, so that's fine. Or some of them you probably still have to buy on the shop, or right, like Cloud and stuff, or at least maybe there's some free-to-play currency where you can eventually earn it, but it's just super long-winded. We better make these count because I don't have... Like, what you have to realize is these players I'm playing against are not that good either, so I don't really have any excuse. Like, these are not fucking pro players, dude. They might be wannabes, but you'll never catch them. But yeah, I like how they make this, at least a fitting matchup between two Pokemon. The whole Pokemon movie recolorized, literally, because it's a Splatoon level. Already bad start. Already bad start. Okay, okay. You can just snowball out of control so fast, dude. Now we have to do a 50 damage combo too. All right, all right. Okay, no big deal there. It's interesting some of the clone decisions that they make, like the fact of abilities for characters that have nothing to do with each other. Like, oh, Samus has the same cloned ability as Mewtwo or as Ganondorf or something. Okay. Not very good with the B, but not too bad, but he's going to be a bit more tanky than me, I'm sure. All right. Regardless of tankiness, that's just the nature of it. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at these combos, man. I can't deal with that. Now we're going to have to do a smash that I'm not going to be able to get off to be able to kill them because they just never die otherwise. I played too cowardly with trying to do stuff like that. Fuck. Or I just stand there and take it sometimes. Nice little back and forth there, but neither of us can hit each other. At least we are tanking it out pretty well. Imagine if that actually hit me. That would have been impressive. Wow. Kill you with my fucking up B trying to come back. I totally blocked for that too, but it just didn't work. It makes you too predictable at this stage because I can't do a smash. I'm just incapable of landing one because it takes too long, and I don't like exposing myself like that either, but got a very short reach on the grab, this guy. Just takes so long to do that sometimes. That definitely goes in contrast to my whole style of trying to, slow pace them, and I can eventually kill you with just a grab, or I can kill you with basic things. That must be a strategy they try to circumvent. You shouldn't rely on the smash that much either. Fine, we'll do the next one. This is who? Ness? Of course, Ness's up B is very weird to use. It's not like I'm getting in the situation where the uppies are mattering that much. I'm just getting knocked off way earlier than I expect, I guess. Whoops. Alright, come on, come on. We need a GameCube controller. That's the disadvantage I have. Everybody's a tryhard who plays this all day, every day. And also, they're using better controllers than these, although this one isn't too bad. I don't mind it, actually. I actually like how small they are. Compare that to like the PS5 controller or Xbox or something fucking huge.
3, 2,
So let's actually try to win this one
go!
and then unlock a character either way. I like how floaty you are with him. Yeah, did you know Ness can fly? Not Pit, of course. My memory is dog shit. I can never remember to... the fire one's the same. This one's kind of bullshit because you can absorb projectiles and heal, which is completely different than it was before. Yeah, did you know in the original Earthbound, Ness, known as Nintendo, of course, in that, actually doesn't have any PK abilities at all? Smash Brothers lied to me. Only the girl has them, like Cat, or well, that's what I called her. I forget what her actual name is. Yeah, I use my names like Arson for the guy, or or maybe it heals you anyway, no matter what. It'd be pretty hard to avoid. Look at that, though. That was pretty sexy for a while there. And of course, it doesn't finish him off still. Imagine getting killed by a yo-yo. His smashes don't really seem... Oh, is that going to send like a chicken army at me? Ocarina of Time style? I hit you once, dude. That's not how it works. You're supposed to hit them multiple times and go out of your way. That's just an accident. Collateral damage. Nice game. Nice game. It's going to take like an hour to kill this guy, dude. Holy shit. You know, it's going to take my whole stock to try to finish him off because I'm going to be predictable and try to finish him with a smash ability because there's no other way to do it. Or somehow the blue shell fucking ultimate degenerate stuff from Mario Kart gets me. Okay, I'm going to turn off items before I go back to the online this time because I keep forgetting.
That was nothing.
Not like I can't still win, but I definitely have a hard time finishing people off. I'm leading them in damage a lot of the time, but you know, they could be 150 and I'll be fucking 80 and they'll still finish me off first. That was so troll on the fucking roof in Peach's Castle, like the one guy, the hero, whatever he was. I do like how Ness kind of floats around and stuff.
It's game over for you.
So many series I haven't played. I remember playing a Kid Icarus game. Oh, is this going to be Marth that I keep stoling the virtue of? And we can show our little technique if I even have... Oh, shit, here we go. It probably won't even work, or it won't seem as spectacular. Oh, wow, he seems super fast. But that's just his side B ability, but I think they made Marth faster, actually. Which means he's probably weaker, but... Yeah, look how good I look in this matchup. It's just like a level 1 CPU, or I don't even know what it is. He totally could have made it back, too. He just gave up on life. Losing to a clown like me. Okay, at least that one's guarantees a fucking 100-game win streak. So let's do Ness. Why am I losing to level 9 CPU? Oh, no, here we go, here we go. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. The stupid items. Where is it even? It doesn't even say them here. Time, 230, FS, blah, blah, blah. Stage selection, anyone. Items, none. What? Why does he keep fighting me and going back? Okay, there we go. Is it about saving? No, save. Okay. First to one win. Where does it still say that you have the item thing? I'm going to assume I turned them off there, but they make it so complicated. Like, wants you to save it to a rule set and this and that. Okay, here we go. Ness is okay, although some of his abilities I don't like. I should use the down B. There's very little healing in these games that you can ever do, so that's kind of a unique ability that he certainly didn't have in the original game and probably not for a while. Main character of Earthbound, and he can't use PK abilities. How about you tell me that, you lying fucking degenerate series? I go in expecting, oh yeah, I'm going to be PK firing all these crazy things and doing all these crazy abilities, and you can't do a single one the whole game. Game and Watch is cool. You only get one stock. I'll grab you and I'll throw you. Oh, those must just be default lines. Like, they're not choosing to do them. They're just at the beginning of every game and the end they say a particular thing. Whoops. Yeah, nice ability, dude. I was obviously trying to do the side B. Can't you see me trying to spam it the whole time? Yeah. I'm very slow. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I should have known that wasn't going to work. I want to try not... Yeah, I gotta stop doing this in the air. Like, the amount that I get stun locked is insane. I have too much faith in my air dodging abilities. Okay. I should just work against every ability too. Like, even though that didn't work, you gotta keep at it, persist. Oh, wow, you came from the wrong side, dude. Okay, not bad, although I can't tell whether I like one stock better or not. Sometimes it saves me because they just mess up, but then they'd come back like crazy, or, you know, vice versa, so. Or like, even in the competitive scene, they'll be like, oh yeah, we don't play fucking Ultimate or Brawl. We still play Melee or whatever, some hacked, modded version of the game. Like, I don't know how well respected some of these newer ones are. Does that mean I'm playing on Skyloft, or is it just telling me that in general? I like the way he moves. Just the jumping and the floaty quality in the air. I don't know what my icon actually is. It's some kind of cool looking skull, but from what game, I have no idea. He's gonna try to douse my PK fire with that shit. Now that is a hard stun lock moment where there's, once you're in that, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just totally gonna do most of my damage from fucking grabs, like playing dead there a little bit. Yeah, try to stay in one place, see what you can do. I don't like the way the stage is looking right now. Pretty good remix of the whatever message from the goddess thing. Come on. Only have one stock. You got to make it count. That I'm trying to use that maybe a bit too much. Come on. Clutch it. Ah. Fuck. Yeah, we'll totally heal up from that fucking B thing. Come on. Come on, we still survive, although I'm trying to jump out of... Man, I'm really at a disadvantage. Whenever I'm in the air, I'm getting rolled because I can't remember how to dodge stuff. Like... Last thing you should try to do here is to smash. Okay. You know, he's playing almost like me. He's afraid to smash somehow. Okay. Wait, he still didn't even get me though. I don't get it. Yeah, let me use that heart to heal myself, dude. Let me get it. Yeah, I mean, what do I expect is gonna happen there? He has 69 strategically just to troll me. Nice. This is trash. Okay, who's next? We'll unlock somebody. We're getting close to Marth, but I'm gonna fuck it up too. Bowser's gonna be hard because he's so slow, but that's one of the things I'm noticing is that a lot of the characters you expect to be like that are like they're not as tanky as they used to be, but some of them are more tanky, like the slower ones that you expect to die faster, or especially the ones are like that you expect to be slower a lot faster. How many do we really have left? We only have like 5 left. The only real good streak I've gone on is with Thomas, which was just a couple games. Don't spoil the Zelda abilities. In fact, I won't even do this. Although they're not that they're always even true to the game, but yeah, like remember in Ocarina of Time where Ganondorf just charges up his fist and punches you with it, like a dark purple cloud, or where he has his sword, which is cool as like a taunt, but he never actually uses it, or you never actually even see it in any of the games. So some of this they extrapolate. Wait, did it lower the CPU's level?
3, 2, 1, go!
Luigi's Mansion, pretty cool arena for sure. And what's funny is this is almost the size of the actual arena because it is very small. Well, not like 1-to-1. Yeah, if I lose, it's totally because I'm gonna run out of battery, which I don't understand how I could run out because the whole rule set changed now on me. No items, but okay, dude. Just see what these abilities do. Didn't this used to do that big slash animation? Oh, that's always a fun one. Just do suicide when you're up in a match. Always a good strat. What else do we have? Down B is that. Up B is pretty good. You see, you feel super fast. There's no way. Look at this shit. This is not what some of the designs were about. I like the whole idea of slower and faster characters, but then part of that is the simple fact that, what do you call it? It was kind of abusive and too strong, but there's still a better way to do it. Like, he still is going to be slower, but it's not by as meaningful an amount. Or like he should be tankier. Because of it, he just messes up the up B. It doesn't even tell you the score, does it? I turned off items, but then I did this stupid mode that's not going to be stocked, which means it's going to take a guaranteed amount of time no matter what. Probably getting input lag or something. That explains my bad play. Look how many times he bounced up and down. Oh, look how picture perfect they get it too. That painting of the one guy. Although it wasn't in that room, I don't think. How big that fucking moon is. See, why wouldn't an arena like this be appropriate for esports stuff? The only bad thing is the item stuff, but you should be able to learn the arenas and adapt too, right? There's always a twofold argument, like, oh, you know, for competitive balanced play, you shouldn't have to deal with all these other mechanics. But part of being a good player is also adapting to different conditions and things. You just have to account for all the things. Maybe it should be like where things like this don't change. Like, if you destroy the mansion, then it's just gone for the rest of the game. It shouldn't just randomly respawn like that. Oh, we were actually even there? Yeah, really, you really need to do a smash there. That's the one time you actually don't, because, yeah, we're not getting them quite up to 300, but sometimes we're getting them like 150, and we're not able to knock them out with basic stuff. It's gonna be like Kid Link. His hat was kind of in a weird spot. Why did they put it at an angle like that? Very fitting place to find him. Spoils that there won't be Kid Link in the new games, otherwise they've had that, or they have like a Toon Link too. In, you know, from Wind Waker and stuff with another character. Yeah. At 88, there's some comical moments where you get them to like 60. You fought 50 battles. I guess some of them must have been from before. This is pretty fun, but I'm obviously playing like utter garbage, so I just can't even say anything. Like, how am I this bad? Gotta pick one character and just stay on it for a long time, which I can totally do if I just win some games. It's being super generous with giving me characters, though. I can't even complain. Like, try to do Overwatch and lose this many games and you're just done, right? They won't give you the new characters. You have to win like 70 games to unlock some of them, or crazy stuff. Whether it's 1 life, 3 lives, doesn't matter. Play it the same way the whole time. Captain Falcon we haven't seen.
3, 2, 1, go!
Of course, his car is his greatest weapon, so he's already at a disadvantage. You know, the whole trade-off is, yes, he's faster, but we should be tankier. Fuck. He even gave up his shield, but... Now here you should be less inclined to smash, because you can get away with just... Or, you know, the side B should be my strategy the whole way. Just because... Or, of course, you'll do more damage, too, but, I mean, it's hard to sometimes appreciate that. Or that should do more because you do it from a higher altitude. Yeah, they make the same mistake twice in a row. Or, like, when you're super high, you should try to go for that, for sure. Yeah, you don't need to be doing these smashes, dude. Still make this back up, but it's very hard to do. Yeah, there should be more allowance of me not needing to smash him to finish him off, because he's obviously just a stronger character, but... Okay, I can't fucking move there, dude. Unbelievable. What the fuck, man? More stun locking than I'm definitely used to seeing, I guess. Which even here makes sense that, right, a bigger character would be more like that. See, if I can do the dash B and take him with me, that would be fine. But I can't do anything, basically. I can't even move, man. I still got that through somehow. We sort of tanked one of his hits. Yeah, perfect. Wait, what? Oh, no, we did get him after the fact. Yeah, I'll totally do it again, but I guess I can't because... Why am I going for these slow animations, dude? Man. Gotta fake him out a little bit. I mean, you wouldn't win because of doing the dash B if you did it now, but... I guess it depends the exact order in... Okay. Yeah, order in which you fall down, so sometimes maybe it could do that. Or it'd be like a draw. I still feel like you'd lose somehow, though. That is such a degenerate thing to do, the dash B. Okay, so we get to do Mars next, which I'm totally going to throw, so... You need a little more practice, I guess, than this, or at least I do, because I'm just garbage. Yeah, don't spoil what Gandorf looks like in fucking whatever. Although that doesn't really look like a newer interpretation of him. Okay, I should change this rule set again because they got rid of the stock. They want to cuck me with items one time, then they want to do this. 2 minutes, 30 seconds is fine, but let's do stock. 3, unlimited time. CPU level 9. Why should you even have to set this here? You can do it manually. Let's just do 1 stock. That's fine. Force doesn't matter, so we might have to deal with some obstacles there, but we won't have to deal with the... Yeah, I'm having trouble with the little air jumps that I would do. I would do like a small little tap jump that doesn't go super far, and it's hard to explain, and it's very hard to do, I guess. Yeah, it's just not. I might need a GameCube controller or something to do that.
This is
I can't even come close to doing it. This doesn't work on the stick, I swear. It's something like this. Like you go in, I can't even fucking display it. Yeah, look at this guy, relentless fucking Donkey Kong. CPU. Okay. Trying to display something, but he's so rude he won't let me. Yeah, you just give me a new character so I can stay alive. Fuck. Well, I only get the one practice game, so that is what it is. I shouldn't fixate on that technique too much, which I obviously can't do right now. Just... Marth was a very good character for me. But are we going to throw him away? Yeah, the only good run we've had was with Samus, and that was still only like 3 or 4 games. Most of these have been dog shit. You'd like do this, do a bait. Yeah, I can't do it. They probably corrected it. On a plant, I've known house plants stronger than this, like Vegeta says, because of the Cybermen. But I don't know why you'd keep a Cyberman as a house plant, particularly. Yeah, nice. Take 41 damage. To be fair, I don't know what some of these abilities do, but standing in them is probably not the best idea. Wait a second. What mode even is this? Oh, this is a time-based mode. Yeah, nice up B. You just have to keep the score basically even, go to a sudden death, and then lose there. That could be a good way to do it. Oh, this is Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. At least have to equalize. Even if I'm losing, I can stall out for the rest of the time. At least your smashes are pretty fast. Yeah, that was a decent recovery. So we're even on score. Just don't lose or... Okay. That's obviously your little counterattack thing, which you might fall for at some point, but it doesn't seem like it. As long as I don't die here, I'll be fine, but I can't help it. Okay, you can get those little A's in. That's what I like about him. Kind of turns it around too much, though, you know? Gotta be facing... Okay. That's a nice counter, but it's not gonna do anything. Either I don't die or I have to take him down with me if I do. Okay. So 20 seconds to do it. Now he can just play defensively because he knows he's winning. But now he can play aggressively too because it's unlikely he'll get me from 100 to 0 this way. Yep, just fly away. Nice strat. Too slow. Look how we got saved by the map there. Fuck. Wow, that was the wrong mode. It's got to be some kind of stock stuff, although I would have still lost on that basis either, too. Yeah, we didn't give Marth the justice he deserved. I swear to God, something about my understanding of the controls is just different. You could do like a little tap on the stick to do like a partial jump. Hard to explain. I guess I'll have to show that with the next version of the game. Or if I do, yeah, because there's no way to bring this guy back to life, like in the context of the format. Even if I do play this again, it would just be for the rest of the characters, which I'll probably burn out all of them right now. Young Link could be okay. And maybe it actually expects us to win these now to be able to unlock the chance to get another character.
2, 1, go!
I expect his attacks will be generally the same. Little mini hook shot. Or actually just that's the regular hook shot. Yeah, we only get one stock, so let's actually try to win. If that is what's dictating whether we unlock new characters or maybe we've unlocked too many and they won't let us do it anyway. I do kind of like his moveset a little bit. Or even when we're not benefiting from items, we're benefiting from dumb shit like that. Oh, it's automatically just a fire arrow no matter what. Okay. That is a level 9, isn't it? Or maybe it's not. I don't even know. It keeps changing the settings around, even when I don't want it to. I mean, you would say that more with Majora's Mask than with Ocarina of Time. Don't know who this is. Yeah, who's that Pokemon? Try to guess. Wii Fit Trainer. You can forgive me for not being able to tell. Oh shit, we could do that all day. Just keep equalizing the blows. Not like this is a very tough opponent because these are always lower level shit. Yeah, her special ability is to kill your battery with telekinetic powers. Been saying that for a while. Maybe something's just wrong with my controller in more ways than one.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate.
Watch the flow of my movement. She's trying to hypnotize you in the background. What a weird character idea to put in the game. At least that gives me an extra life. Yeah, that'll be the one. We go on a 50-game win streak with that. To be fair, they changed how some of these characters work from my expectation a lot. Whether it be from Brawl or whether it be from Melee. Obviously, Melee is very different by now. But like, for example, you know, I never played the Wii version, and obviously this I didn't play much. Or I did play the 3DS version, maybe a little bit. You see, I keep jumping too high. There's like a light tap capability. If to do it, I can't do it consistently. It's totally a GameCube controller thing that you could do. Maybe they don't want you to do it as much, but yeah, I'm not trying to go that high every time. But he's decent, but I mean, it does make you a smaller target too. There's something to that whole aspect. Or like I've lost so many games that they can't find me somebody adequately bad to match me up with, I guess. For the most part, it seems relatively okay, but maybe there's a little bit of delay on stuff. Surprised how active it is, all things considered too, but then again, it's probably matching you through anybody. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be Mewtwo King fucking practicing for his next tournament if he even still plays. Lucina is also a lot like Marth. A lot of clone characters, which is arguably... Oh yeah, give me her too, then I'll totally redeem my Marth failure. Gonna lose to a little boy. I don't need to be this overly aggressive and stand in one spot too much. Okay, pretty even. Oh, shit. Damn, Lucina's fast. Okay. Faster than Marth, at least. Okay. Yeah, nice visibility on that, too. You're fucking in the thing. That's a good strategic map usage. Like, I could kind of tell she was doing that, but... Okay, next one. I don't care, dude. The point is, it's a fun way to... Fun format to do, but I'm just bad. Okay, let's do Pit. Or like, I'm sure everybody does this exact format and does way better than me in the same context, but frankly, you probably should, because this is about as bad as you can do. It's like the man in the arena argument, like, oh yeah, I'm sure everybody does the first playthrough permadeath of a game and totally does the same thing I do, but just way better, without knowing anything about the game. Meanwhile, the people talking trash will have played the game for hundreds of hours and know everything, so hindsight is always so impressive. Look at that. There's a good use of the cloth there. Let's see what your abilities are. That's very verticality based. I thought it just gave you wings and you could fly around freely for a couple seconds or something. No cloth to save you that time, dude. Oh, is this just a single stock match? Okay, nice. So at no point during that sequence did I have any interactivity at all, just in case you were wondering. I'm expecting that to like be an attack that does damage. Man, that is a very slow up B recovery. Okay. And once you get in the air, these people just slay you, whether it's the CPU or a player. What is that? What even is this course associated with? I don't even know what it is. Or wait, I thought it was dead. But yeah, we have to totally let that thing carry us, but not to death. Oh, wow. So, of course, Pit is one of those characters that you would think of as being super tanky that's going to actually... Oh, there's not even any land over here. Yeah, at least Mario didn't kill me, so technically that doesn't count as a loss. It's the fucking field that killed me. Okay, give us another character unlock moment. Or it's probably forcing me to win now. A lot of them they just gave you right away, just for playing the games. I'm totally losing on purpose just to try to farm those out, but I mean, I get one chance either way, like... I didn't even see, like, what is his right B and stuff. I guess we can try it here. Yeah, that should totally count, too. If you're losing to a fucking level 9 CPU, that should be a loss, too. But a lot of them were because of items and stuff, too. I don't know what that even does. I have no idea. It maybe works as partly a counter. But basically, your up B is dog shit, and you never want to use it. Yoshi, not bad. Aquamarine. It's not like these names have to be unique. Also a Final Fantasy thing. Yeah, nice. Just stay in the sunlock. That one I could kind of have moved out of, but I have this aversion to moving. Period. I just don't like to do it, I guess. And battery depleted. Cannot be paused. Okay, I won't actually count that one because, you know, my controller actually got depleted. In fact, I won't even be able to quit out of here, or apparently I am able to. Wait, it's working now, but okay. I guess I'll charge it for a little bit. I swear it said it was like full, or I had been charging it for a while. That's weird. So that was like the little Wi-Fi controller gambit where we lose because the controller runs out of battery, even though it didn't seem like it should have. So that one actually doesn't count. Who did we play as? Vacation error. That's just because I left the screen or whatever. So, see, it's not even that I expect myself to be that good, but at least I can do better. This is kind of like a poor effort. I think it was Pit, right? He just lost his kid Link, young Link. Yeah, it was definitely Pit. We have a few chances left, and I should try to beat the AI too in between these, but this should just go on. Now, if this goes on for like 1,000 games, people will complain and say, oh, you cheated by not counting that. Because normally I do count stuff like that. If I get disconnected, like, or I go AFK or something, or somebody griefs me like in an MMO, like, oh, Diablo Immortal, I lost because I went AFK, but that still counts. Samus could have been the one, dude, the girl for me. But I fucked it. Okay. Like, I love that. I love that. You get hit by one thing and you're just done. You just lose the game because you get hit by one thing. Like, all I'm trying to do is get away for a second, dude. You gotta punish them for coming at you like that hard, but... Okay, I can't do it. I mean, these people are... I guess these people are just too good. Like, I can't... Forget about winning. I can't move. I literally can't move. I'm trying to time the dodge. I can't do anything. Like, what is that? Okay. you could do this stuff in the other games. I mean, I'm used to playing against fucking Sheik and Fox and stuff, so it's not like a big surprise, but something just feels off. Like, what am I doing there? Like, can't use the up B because that won't work. Whatever, let's just get this shit over with. I obviously suck. Like, I even let Mart down. There's gonna be certain characters that I gravitate towards more, but it shouldn't require that to simply beat these clowns at a low rank, but who knows what's going on. Like, look how cleanly they did that. I don't even know where I am up in the air because I'm off screen. You can kind of see it a little bit, but like, he's just so on point with every hit. If they get you up in the air, it's just over. I don't know what your abilities do. Let's see. Yeah, this is my first experience with Earthbound. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have even known what it was, or I wouldn't have been so compelled to eventually play it, although it took me a very long time to play it. What do each of these do? That one's very slow. I don't know what some of these really are. I don't know what that does. I have no idea. It maybe absorbs something? That one's kind of good because it can kind of control the battlefield a little bit. Going kind of weird places on its own. I like the umbrella one, stuff that has wide reach like that. Oh wow, I'm surprised I even dodged that. In fact, the villager is pretty fitting for this area. It could be like one of Ness's friends or something. Oh yeah, such a lovely thing to encourage, a fucking car running over little kids. And a poor little Pikachu. Not that you're meant to get hit by them, but it is quite a violent imagery. There's no reference to aliens or anything here, like, or there might be a little spaceship or something that comes about. But doesn't that mean it's supposed to be the kill animation? But it wasn't. Like, it bugged out, or because you hit against the wall or whatever. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to lose because I can never clutch it in situations like this. I got the same animation, but I didn't because it just didn't work. It's not 100% guarantee, but it pretty much is when it's not me who's doing it. Okay, do we get another character, please? Keep the run alive? We do. Unless I lose to this one, too. I mean, you could say I'm not really trying too hard against these level 9 things, but that just shows you my mental state. Like, I don't even care, like, which I hate. You know, at least put forth a good effort. I'm gonna lose to the fucking level 1 AI ice climbers. What the fuck does that do? It probably just absorbs something. I don't know what your up B does either, but hopefully we won't need to find out. Of course, the pink one you can't really control very well, so I was actually pretty good at separating them. I would like throw the pink one off, and then they'd be very naked. Okay. And that's the worst thing for an ice climber to be because it's so cold, am I right? Can you come the fuck on, dude? This fucking course is so fucking stupid. I'm afraid to do the up B because I have no idea what it's going to do. You know, you've separated them, so you could go after her, but I have too much of a sense of honor. I love these moments when they're at high values. I mean, I'm at a high value too, but I love how you can do that as you're moving a bit. Okay. Well, I hope this does. Oh, that's actually very good, but your mobility while doing it isn't the greatest, so I won't unlock them, so I don't deserve it. Challenger's approach has appeared. I don't know what's wrong with me. What the fuck is going on? It was obviously about the course there, but I've played on that one before. This is kind of a hard thing to do. Like, you're under so much pressure when you're playing a game for the first time, but I do like it. And if you're not complete dog shit, you should be able to do it. But then again, people are fucking morons too. Like, you know, the average person couldn't do this either, but I'm certainly not average. It's just, like, everybody will talk shit, but yeah, you try to do it when you haven't played the series in fucking 10 years. And then all these characters are different, and everybody online's a tryhard, apparently. Although they're not really that good, it's just... What does the B do? I wish I knew. The up B is actually pretty good. Inkling, we're going to get a little teaser of what we might be seeing soon because I'm clearly going to lose. Like, can we just stretch this out to a win streak? Like, I'm totally just pretending for a lot of this stuff. It made it seem like that could actually damage him and all, too. Don't be too predictable with your movements. That was a bad attempt at a smash. And you're going to get punished by it by getting hit for 1,000,000 damage because I just can't do anything. Look at these combos, man. I don't like how rewarding it is with that. Like, I get that that's supposed to be a part of it, but it's a little bit too much. Yeah, speaking of which, keep trying to hide in the ground. We haven't had like a best of 3 in a while. Not that it matters, but I could make an epic comeback. Okay. I don't know. I'm just not happy about the style of some of these too. I'm not doing a good job just getting back to a reasonable position of just like being able to stay there and do something. That's my issue. I can't do anything. Like whenever you're above them like that, you're just dead too because like, wow, dude, you're so good. You're so good. 181, I kind of like this. You got to use the ledge guarding a little bit better. Yeah, that's a genius idea for which he didn't even really punish me that hard. Oh, the mobility on that's kind of limited. Yeah, let's just get this over with. I'm throwing. For the first time ever in my gaming life, I'm actually throwing hard. Like, I'm not even trying. That's the difference. Like, I can do badly, but what is this? It's got to get a character that you play, like, all day, every day, and then you're actually used to playing. Wii Fit Trainer is going to be the one. I even had a chance to get another life and unlock one, but somehow I lost to not even the level 9 CPU, but something else entirely. Just whatever that level is, which I don't even know what they are, but they seem a lot worse. Those are the same ones that I usually get from 100 to 0. Or maybe it does get harder over time. But I still don't know what his B does, but it probably absorbs something or reflects something. Okay, I'm actually not going to do this one.
3, 2, 1, go!
And I love how they extrapolate on that too, like, oh, all of Zelda's abilities from melee. You know, like all the abilities she did in Ocarina of Time, by which I mean like fucking none. She didn't really do anything at all. Or there's giving her like the goddess ones, like Hidden Before Its Link this time. Like Neru's Love and stuff. Yes, okay.
3, 2,
This is meant to be a permadeath thing, not a fucking speed run, like where I'm just trying to go through every character as quickly as possible. Nice. That was interactive. That was in. Why is that so fucking good? Didn't that seem a little like, sure, I got hit by a couple things, I could have done things better, but like, what was that? We don't even get the ice climbers again. So that was a great practice match in which I clearly processed and understood what that character is and how it works. I can't believe this. I mean, it makes sense that you wouldn't be tanky as this. You'd be squishier, but... Look how I raised by like 200 million GSP by simply playing a game. Or something. I don't even know how that works. Eternal Rival Bowser debuted in Super Mario Brothers. He appeared. Okay, let's try to practice the abilities quick. The B is like the charge up thing. That's the ball. Up B is the hula hoop, which is actually a pretty good attacking animation. Diddy Kong, I don't think we've seen so far. Aiden Finn 78. You don't need to use usernames like that, right? Because you can just seemingly use whatever you want, even if it is taken. Oh. I'm gonna lose because I don't know what the course is like, which I don't even mind the variety in the courses, but it's like... You're a little bit stiff with some of those movements. Yeah, please just lose to the map. What? Why can't I stand on those? That's weird. I kept going through them without trying to. I don't know exactly how to hit with that, but you'll do it by sheer accident eventually. Okay, you're gonna knock me off. It does add a pretty fun layer to it, makes it up a little bit, but of course, I'm not going to know how these courses work at all. We get an item even in a level where we don't deserve to get one. Started off pretty good, like a lot of these, but then I just can't stay composed. Man. I just expose myself to getting hit a lot of times. I don't need to be doing it, but yeah, it's really important to do that fucking soccer ball. I can't even see. All right. Rematch now. Let's see if we can't win against the AI thing and get a fucking ice climber. Otherwise, this will be the last one. That's fine. I don't care. The point is just to show that this is a fun way to play it and it's a good format. Of course, that is the nature of multiplayer sometimes, where people play shit like a lot. Like, it's not just a game they play. Well, you would think that's not who you're getting matched up now, but it probably is, because this game is probably dead from a perspective of new players. Nobody's buying this game today and just playing it. It's because they're kind of like... What is that thing he does where he goes in the ground? Like people who've been playing it for years and stuff. Or wait, what was that he was doing? Or is it going to be a different one because of the... Wait. I don't know what that was he was doing. Ah, yes, of course. Even when there aren't items, there are still items because of this level. Yeah, he just jumped over me. Theatricality and deception moment. The B, you kind of sweep along. Is it like different because she's female? Like there's different... Okay. There's different kinds of Inklings? I mean, to be fair, this match is more me just trying to see what the abilities are, but this level 9 AI can sometimes be actually decent. Sometimes it's garbage and sometimes it's great. I don't get it. Depends on the course a little bit. Okay, last one. In fact, I won't even get another chance to unlock more, so that's all right. Some of these combos are kind of triggering, so we got to keep this on a 1,000,000 win streak. I don't even understand. The other guy was like a male character. Maybe that's just an outfit, but he was doing like this thing where he would dig in the ground and come across. Either that's just a different character, or I don't understand. What does regular B do? You shoot it, you roll it, and then you... What does it do? What does it do? I don't know what down B does. Up B is okay. Wait, what was the other one I did? I'm gonna lose in practice to an immobile AI. Ike, okay, we haven't seen Ike. We actually have 3 stocks, so maybe it gives us some time to actually learn some abilities and stuff. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit slower, by which I mean probably not slow at all, though. Okay, we clearly see his strategy, and it will work. It will. Nice. He never says ether when he's fucking doing it in the games. The unfinished... What is this guy doing? Ah, yes, the hard mode challenge where you can only use one ability and you still win because of it. Or like one ability at a time. Wonder if he's gonna use Aether again. I'm really... Yeah, see, this is the level of competition that you're normally expecting. Yeah. And still losing to it, so I got nothing to say. I got nothing. It's just unbelievable how bad I'm doing. You know, I'll never kill him because I'm never going to go for a smash. That's just my inherent tendency. Okay, that you could have done the dash B, I think, to recover from. This guy's kind of trolling, but maybe this is a viable strategy to actually do. I mean, if you're really going to let me get away with this, go ahead, do it again. He's like an Aether bot. So we can only beat bots who are farming for points or whatever, for whatever reason. Yeah, clearly a well-earned victory, the beginning of a crazy streak. I don't know why people are doing that. We've seen at least like 2 or 3, or more like every game I've won must be because of that. The problem is we really don't get another character. This is actually it. Right, we had the chance to unlock the ice climbers and possibly other ones. It definitely handed out the characters very well. Like, I can't complain that, like, oh, you know, we didn't unlock enough or whatever. And of course, the next time I do it, which could be like after 6 months, would be I thought we could come back to it and continue with the rest of the characters, which we could just continue with this chick. So down is the little explosion. That is there, and then you shoot it. So I do like this one. It's kind of annoying. That one's not necessarily going to do damage, although it kind of does a little bit, but you never want to use up Bs to attack stuff. Even I know that. Like, again, is it going to be the same guy we can just farm, or is it going to be the same strat? Just use Aether, Aether, Aether. Okay, we got to have this avoidance in our mindset. Like, just get away from them sometimes and don't get stun locked like the clown that I am. Okay, that wasn't the best decision. Tried to grab. I tried to grab in close proximity. Just has little tiny arms, I guess. Good combo, which I can't return in kind, I guess. Or I should have timed that a little better. Okay. I even hit you as you were doing it, but he can just kind of shrug that off. Your grab isn't too good. Here. See that at a pretty good angle. That was a good landing. Come on, we're fighting for our actual life here. You know what a good permadeath clutch player I am, of course. Okay. Literally game, because the whole game is over. So basically the only streak I went on was with Samus. A lot of this is obviously my first time playing some of these characters. I don't even know who some of these are or like what they do, but we could do Link and Zelda to spoil shit, since we technically didn't use those. That's my punishment, I guess, for... Yeah, let's see what kind of abilities... Oh, wait. Oh, no, I didn't get to practice. That's not fair. No, can I stop? Yeah, leave. Oh, my fucking God. We have Link and Zelda in the back pocket as an ultimate clutch play for which we can go on a crazy streak with. And to spoil all the abilities that I was so eager not to see. So Zelda can do some crazy magic lightning ability I never knew. Or that we'll see in the game. I kind of don't want to do it, but because we failed so badly, we may as well try. And then just fail on those two. Or maybe I should leave those as ones to come back for. No, I should just do them. Fuck it. Once again, getting spoiled on a game from Smash. It's a fucking spoiler fiesta. Earthbound spoilers, all these different things. Even fake spoilers, because it's like... Or maybe this will keep the whole run alive, too. If we can actually win against level 9 CPU, which I'm not capable of doing ever. Apparently, this is kind of sad. Or it's more just like I'm too impatient to do it, but... These games do end pretty quickly. A little bit stiff and slow, to be fair. Even trailers and stuff I tend to not like to watch, so... Okay. Oh, you're not using the hook shot, which I'm expecting that you would. Either you don't have a hook shot in the game, or he just, for some reason, chooses not to use it. Okay. Come on, this one's kind of important, but I just can't do it. He really likes to spam that ability. Your grab isn't too great because you're kind of But I was beating them at the beginning. I don't know what happened. It's just some of these characters, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, you get Captain Falcon, so they just kind of skipped over Ice Climbers. This is kind of important because I can keep it alive as long as this goes on. We'll end up unlocking every character. But now, inexplicably, I'll lose to this guy, too. Or maybe they upped the level. They might have upped the level of some of these. Take a Falcon when they're down. You go like this. I mean, it's going to be pretty much the typical stuff you might expect too, but you can just go from 100 to 0 so fast, or more like from 0 to 100. Kind of abuse the bow. He doesn't seem to be able to figure it out. 119, and in before we lose because somehow he'll fucking smash me first. Technically, this isn't even me cheating. This is just me using the 2 characters that I skipped over. So we could use that guy instead if we don't want to use Link. I guess it doesn't really spoil a whole lot, even by losing to the level 9 CPU. Maybe I should just stop though, but I kind of want to redeem it by going on a good streak with somebody, but I can't figure it out. Like why I'm doing so bad. So we can do Captain Falcon before Zelda, I guess. I feel like Zelda will be more ripe with spoilers than Link. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be the same. Down B is going to be the bomb or whatever. Oh, so even the fact that they look all high-tech like that. I didn't know what the bombs look like. I don't know anything. So dash B is the thing. Doesn't Link feel like Batman? Like where he's just like a normal guy, perceptibly. But he has all these tools in his toolkit. So he's like an item abuser like Batman. Where his ability is just, you know, whatever he picks up in the world. Not innate to him. Of course, his ability to use them, sure, but... That's good. That's good. That's good. You're a little bit clunky with your movement, though. I did that without even hitting A. Like, he just did it on his own. The down. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, I haven't messed around with the costumes at all. Your tunic is blue. Like, I guess it's not spoiling it too badly, but just... you have this cool-looking bomb, which is... even sort of something you see maybe in Skyward Sword, like in one of the high-tech areas, but Kazuya, I don't know what he's from, Street Fighter or something maybe. Got little demon wings at the beginning there. What a great start in before we get absolutely clowned on. Getting actual benefit from a lag switch type of thing. This is how I feel against my opponents usually. But it's happening to both of us, so it is what it is. We're just going to be one of those bots that's trying to lose on purpose, but I'll take it. Try to get 100 clean kill. That'll be like a special achievement. Fuck. Here comes the comeback, dude. I can't deal with being in the air sometimes. Are you kidding me, dude? Please. One fucking time. That's a smash, dude. What do you want from me? Just with that animation every time. What is this? Dude, what's happening? Yeah, 176, and I'm smashing him, but Link Smash works like you have to hit them with the second part of it. I go for like 0 to 100 on him. Yeah, something about the pace of this seems kind of contrived a little bit. Like, it happens, maybe that was like that in Brawl 2, but it goes from 100 to 0 too fast. But then even I say that, and then I can't finish these people off when they're at 170 something. So the epic comeback of the ages. We're just trying to make it more exciting. Yeah, I don't deserve to fucking do this because I can't even stay alive in a thing like that where it's such an easy, clean matchup. Yeah, let's just finish it off. Whatever, dude. Yeah, nice. At least for a fast character, we gotta abuse that, but Bowser doesn't feel too slow either. Gotta add some voice lines performed by Jack Black, and for fucking... That was actually produced by Nintendo in part, right? And Shigeru and stuff. Wow. I love these combos, man. They're so fun. I mean, I could do them too, but I have too much sense of honor, or I don't like to play like that normal. Okay. 22C, I did better against the guy online too, but somehow he made an epic comeback. He kept doing that zoom in grab animation. That was really fun. I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's just a character specific thing that he can do, I guess. So Captain Falcon's not bad, but I mean, obviously I am. So we'll see if the two balance each other out. Something about the movement I'm just not getting the hang of again. Not saying I was that great, but I mean, come on. Certain things are stiff, which used to be smooth. Certain things are faster than they used to be. So B is the Falcon Punch, which you generally never want to do almost. Or you just time it like with you time it with like when they're landing from an up B or something, which you won't really have time to do here. Brinstar Depths. We have a 3 life situation here, so at least we have time to recover or we have time to choke if we're doing good. Doesn't it look like, oh, such a dominating matchup in before million damage combo in 1 fucking second? Which is kind of what I was doing, to be fair, at the beginning, but not really. I have a tendency to go in, go out. See, doesn't that feel slow, like when you're rolling? For a character like this, I don't get it. He does have great like positional gap closers and stuff. Just like you know, between the other thing. What I'm trying to do is up kick one, but he's not doing it. Yeah, that I like that. Which yeah, what a logical clone character situation that was between Ganondorf and Captain Falcon, 2 characters you would totally associate with each other. Of course, he did that on purpose. Amazing. He does his little taunt. Of course, that's just a normal play where you flip somebody back as he's doing that. With the little cloth. This is kind of a cool interaction, but okay. Alright. Whatever, dude. Okay, last one. Let's just get it over with. I don't care. Play the game every day. I'm sure these people do, and they still suck as bad as me. Which actually doesn't even matter, because if you're losing to level 9 fucking CPU. Okay, let's do Zelda. Spoil that too. That is like my punishment. So we could unlock another character though still. I guess I'm expecting too much, like, oh, the mechanics will be a certain way because that's what I'm used to or that's what I remember. But, you know, even some minor differences maybe throw me off. We fit trainer as girl on girl action. He's just that ripe age where it might be questionable as far as, you know, maybe Rule 34 and stuff that I'm sure people love to do in all these games. Normally, either it's completely out of the question, like in Ocarina of Time, or it's perfectly within the question, like Twilight Princess or something, but just spam the same ability over and over. That's always the way to do it. That is like your little Neru's love thing. That's the same as before. You can't transform. Or you use... Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm sure she does that in Breath of the Wild or something. Yeah, just knock her off the map. How about that? Oh, shit, that actually did hit. Very hard to hit with that, actually, the fire thing. It's almost by accident. Now, that was a level 9, so maybe, oh, this is the character that's just meant to be. And you can't even become Sheik as the ultimate crutch. Yeah, what was Zelda's best ability in Smash Brothers? The ability to transform into Sheik, a far better character than she ever was. But we don't get a character from that, so we just completely cockblock the Ice Climbers. Okay, actual last one. How did I salvage it? Oh, just because I hadn't played these 2 characters. I was like, we had no chance to unlock any more. Like now, if we lose the Zelda, it's over. That's it. Done. Forever. Never play it again. Or yeah, really, probably the next version is going to come out soon, because I forget when this came out, but it's been a while, hasn't it? What am I forgetting here? That does actually damage them too. Some up Bs won't, but Snake we haven't seen. He could be very annoying. There's some good bomb combos you can do. Okay, 3 life situation. A little bit of lag there, of course. Speaking of relying on technology like Batman, dude. This guy's more like it because of the stealth aspect. I'll blame the lag if I lose, but I shouldn't lose. Come on. Okay. What the fuck, man? Some of these just go so quick. Like, I'm at 70 health. He does a reasonable smash, sure. It wasn't like fully charged up. That one might just be more conducive to knocking you off, but we can make a comeback, only 37 down. Or you can knock shit back at him like that. He's trying to help out a little bit. Boy, I wonder if that'll kill him. Of course not. Now, you might think of Snake as a tankier type of guy. But the fact of the matter is, in this game, it's a little bit different. Okay, your grab kind of sucks on some of these characters, I'll admit. Damn. Yeah, I heard you like explosions and fire, dude. Interesting decision they made, like how you separate Sheik and stuff. Of course, that's been for a couple versions. Okay, that was my fault. Just run right into it. I thought I could do like a sneaky maneuver around it, but I have this bad habit of trying to. I feel like they nerfed the dodge. They definitely did. I would always get out of those situations coming down by doing that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna get punished for it. It's nice. Okay. Bad habit of standing in place. Is that my ability to escape from it, like something to do with Zelda, or is that just some weakness of his grab? I don't know. Okay, this one actually lagged a little bit, but I'm not gonna blame that. Or usually when it does, it lags for both of us. Okay, all right. I'm done, dude. He makes some epic comeback here, but it seems unlikely. I didn't even see where he put that. Can't really blame the course on this one either. Not gonna kill him, not gonna kill him. Damn. Or he had the ability to still do the parachute now. I trust that ability too much. It's not as good as it was. Maybe it was busted, so they nerfed it, but trying to do smashes too much when I'm already at a huge disadvantage. I'm not trying. No. I don't accept that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to run and do my A. Like, yeah, I gotta use a fucking GameCube controller next time or something. Which there will be no next time. Forget it. So fucking annoying. So that was a great speed run of the format, just to show you what it's like and to get a teaser of all the characters, at least the ones we had unlocked. So I unlocked way more than I thought I would too. But obviously I lost on them. Maybe you play worse when you know you have more, but it's not like I played better when I had none left. I mean, arguably you should be allowed to unlock them, but I think that was fair to have the one training match in between each to be able to do that. This is like Teen Zelda instead of Teen Link that you get there. Does it show you like your record? Show me my record of past things. On messages, other settings. The pace does feel like maybe even too much, but that's maybe consistent with Brawl. Not saying you couldn't do that in Melee either, not to glorify it, but it did feel like there was more distinction between the characters, right? Like it wasn't as clear as this. Like Bowser would feel really slow and really heavy and tanky. Fox didn't feel maybe as fast as he normally is. Yeah, that was kind of too bad. Or did they ever do the Star Fox Adventures Fox? Because that was more fleshing out of him on ground. Like he has like a little staff he attacks with and stuff. Or I think they even added that character in one of the games, didn't they? The girl, I forget her name, from Star Fox Adventures, which was supposed to be nothing to do with Star Fox, like Dinosaur Planet or something. That would be a shame if I didn't do a particular thing that I was joking about before. So we may as well try that since we're doing the Switch thing. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me though to lose that many. Or like so many of them I'm winning. Like on who was that on? I was like 100 points up and then I just throw. Was that Zelda? No, that wasn't Zelda. I think like Captain Falcon. I guess I play worse when I'm in a lead, but yeah, that should never happen then because it doesn't happen often that I am. So who did I really like? Like I did pretty decent on Samus. And then, yeah, I get triggered by how... Yeah, we need to do, like, a stock match one. Is there a way to do that? Like, where you do 100 damage total? I'm sure I'd get rolled over in that, too, but... like, where it doesn't rely so much on knocking people off, even though that's the whole fucking point of the game and the series. Like, yeah, stamina. 100. That could be a fun thing to do, too. But it says preferred, which means it will match you on other things that you don't necessarily want to do too. It would be a shame if in this initial episode of just playing on the Switch in general, that we don't do what is a little funny troll thing to do, which is to play a couple games of chess on here. But I'll go until I lose, which will be never. So basically this will be, I'll skip Wizard 101, like how we skipped Albion Online the 1 week. That was supposed to be my second flex game. It's already so late, like... I hate starting so late, but yeah, well, this is sometimes like the king of a sandcastle thing, assuming we can find a match. Like you're playing against bad people in a game that's not their specialty. Of course, I'm a chess professional, a chess expert, which I will seem like that because, of course, the knight is always the mascot for it. I will seem like an expert because most people who play this aren't going to be good. It's just going to be random little kids.
Chess is a game where each player is trying to take the other's king.
No shit.
You get to say checkmate when that happens, right?
Totally. So each type of piece moves differently, and only the knight can jump over other pieces.
How does the knight move? Show that to Andrea Botes. Wow, only it can jump. Moves in an L shape. Can't spell L without a knight. Most dog shit, objectively flawed piece in the history of gaming. Black is a bad player. You never move the queen this early. Watch me just roll over these people, dude. They're like when I played Roblox chess.
The way saying that feels.
I went undefeated.
Checkmate.
I even forgot.
Checkmate.
I got. What the fuck is she doing? What?
Any other pieces you capture are out of play.
Oh, so it's not like shogi. I'll have to remember that.
Oh, she makes a shogi reference. Actual good one. I didn't even know what shogi was until a couple, like a year ago.
Get a promotion. A pawn can become a queen.
Very relevant in today's modern climate, am I right? What would that be the equivalent of? What if the pawn wasn't
That'll make it easier to get a you-know-what.
Oh shit, she's getting a little aroused by it.
Uh-oh.
It's time. I get to say the thing.
Yeah, go for it.
There's more personality than the whole of Valorant.
Checkmate.
That's intro for Club 51. Okay, let's just play
I
the
wish
game,
I
dude.
ever got to say it.
Let's play chess. Now the question is, did anybody actually play in this shit? No. I don't want to do CPU. Wait, why is it showing me like that? Random game, title menu, or maybe they just turned it offline. Wait, how do you do this? They totally took it offline, didn't they? What? Wait, it doesn't even show it properly. Oh, here. Play with anyone. Challenge people around the world. For games with each move time limit, please learn how to play before you challenge. Yeah, please just learn how to play the game of chess. If only you knew what that meant. How many years of your life it would take from you. Look, we're gonna take out our frustration from playing the worst we've ever played in our life. Up to 3, I don't want to do up to 3 though, just do it. Might be players interested in this game. Like, who would even play, how do you just do it? I don't want to play anything else. Enjoy practicing in single player mode while we find someone to match you with. Yeah, one game we're playing against AI is pretty logical. This shows you when you're addicted to something. We play Roblox and we find a way to play chess while doing that. Or we play fucking, not even this game, but the Switch in general, and we end up playing this. I guess I wouldn't have done it if that had lasted longer. That's got to be one of my worst performances of anything ever. What the fuck was that? It just kept triggering me how you get in these fucking super long combos, which of course is always true in the series, but it was a little bit too much. Searching for players. Oh, did it not start searching until times played 1, but I didn't actually do it. So let's see how long this actually takes. Oh, they even have shogi in here. This is awesome. I didn't know that. Mini shogi, a version of shogi that cuts to the chase. Do they have chaturanga? The original chess? They totally should. That game doesn't get enough respect. It's so good. Hare and Hounds. Oh, come on. You can do it for me. Do it for me one time. This is insane. Mind your manners in this traditional game. One of the most widely played games on Earth. But is it really truly played? Can you count that as playing? Because unless you're top 25,000 in the world. Yeah, there's just going to be nobody here. It's understandable because, you know, this has been out for a while and who would be playing this in particular, but let's just wait. If you were a big streamer, you would have the luxury of people sniping you and trying to do it, but... yes, of course, the one guy who's going to use Stockfish in this. Not in chess.com or chess, but on fucking Nintendo 51 Club Classic chess. I wouldn't mind playing shogi, but let's just try to... Come on, at least give me one game just so I can troll some little kid doing this. I like how I say that, but little kids are sometimes the best, or at least a, you know, 11-year-old Magnus Carlsen or Sergei Kurjakin. You don't want to mess with him. What's impressive about that isn't how good they are, but the discipline and the patience to play a board game all day, every day like that. Korean Bear. Here it comes. First move random. When Jan wants to be salty because he won second in the World Championship in the rapid thing that it shouldn't have gotten to. We play as black, only fair, being the far better, superior player. Okay. We match him 1 for 1. Like, does he know chess theory? Does he know openings? Does he know anything? Not like I do. You have any idea who you're dealing with, dude? You have any concept of what this means for you right now in your life? We get the 4 knights game going. Don't get baited into playing too fast, though. I do tend to be pretty slow. So you don't necessarily want to take there. But if you don't take... Actually, I'm not even sure. Now, this variation is not to my knowledge. You take, and then you don't have to take. You really don't have to. Just play kind of defensively. If you double snipe the pawn, it's not a huge deal. I don't know how much time you actually do have, but that's the one thing I won't do is like take forever, I guess. So you can totally take. It's not a big deal. It's the generally right principle too. Just the fact that you're double stacking the pawns, that could come back to bite me. He's even looking at it, or maybe that's just because it was what I last targeted. At least we could find a match. You can always pick on people in games that won't be their expertise. These are not hardened chess players like me. You could totally take the knight. You could also do this. Like, there's no reason not to do it. Then you'd be double attacking. He can still kind of dick around with it, but we still get a better 3D board experience. Like, we need some integration for that. Wait, actually, I still get it, though. I still get it, because if I take, then you take, but then I still take. I take the pawn there, and then I can well, he's going to get some kind of pin down play, though, too, on it. Like, he'll put the rook behind. Of course, I don't know the notation still, so that's my one weakness. You can totally take, but the problem is he'll put the rook behind it. So is that not a good play? You take, and then he takes, and then I take. But if I take, then he comes here, then I can't move it. Then I move the queen, then he push. No, I can't do it, I don't think. Actually, not sure. Okay, this position isn't like super clear actually to me. What? Okay, so you can push that, and of course I can't take it. If he moves it up, I can't take it. You should almost put it here, then you just stop that pawn's momentum altogether. And you also open the light square bishop. Gotta watch out for the queen coming to like whatever that is. I have a trick for remembering it, but I don't really care right now. Just I mean, it's possible these people aren't so bad, but come on. Come on. You really think this is a fair matchup, dude? There's a 0% chance that you can beat a master like me, dude. It's impossible. Now, couldn't you just... No, if you take... Well, first of all, now he can just double take. There's an interesting play here, though. If the pawn ever moves, then I could take. Right, because there's no additional cover there. Why is he looking at that pawn over there? I love the presentation of this, though. This is actually fun. This is more fun than playing on a website with the 2D pieces, or even their 3D pieces aren't that good. Or like playing chess in VR can be pretty fun. Wait, that does stop me from advancing that. He would take, I would take, he would take, or maybe we can do a bait play. If he takes here, then I can take, and then if he takes here, I can destroy him because... Never mind the knight, I can just double take on the rook. Double take the rook and the queen. What? Why is he dicking around with that? What was that? Like a legal move? Yeah, if you take with the center pawn, you're screwed. You still can't even take, though. That's the beauty of it. You objectively cannot take. Although now I'm not entirely sure what to do. Would still open this up for the knight to go to, I guess, but I'm not like the biggest fan of doing that. So please take the knight. Oh no, I blundered my knight. Are you really that stupid that you don't know my queen is there? Or the concept of a double stack? What are you doing? You gonna have some kind of mating sequence because of this? He would come in, he would check. Oh, I don't know now. He's doing all kind of weird stuff. He would come in there and check his result, but he can't even do that. He literally can't even do it. Okay, but that wasn't... Oh, shit. Wait, but it's still even, right? You can just kind of clean this shit up. I take a rook, he takes a queen. I take a queen, he takes a rook. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. We simplify the position. We'll get to the end game. Kind of gave me a little scare there, but if the position is going to be this messy, then we better just keep it simple. Come like this, maybe. And then... Although there's not much need to do that. It's a good developing move though too. We gotta worry about how do we get to this one pawn here. We have the double stack situation. So now here's where you should notice the difference in the two players. Now, of course, what he's gonna also do is he's going to maybe try to push that pawn up to the bishop, but like the one that would be double stacked there on the king side. So my pawns are not particularly great either. Can't come to there, and I don't even like the bishop's position now as much. I could try to do like this just to engage the king, and oh no, I can't even move it. Or it should be like Shogi, where if you make an illegal move, you just lose automatically. Let's do this one for the time being, which I still can't take. We're using the bishop almost as like an octopus knight, or not, whatever, just to block the open file. Why does it look like he has more material captured? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or what happened? This is going to be a little bit tricky. It's hard to get to the meat of this here. Keeps moving that up. I can easily take. Is he going to be able to protect this though? It might be mathematically impossible to protect it actually. He'll give a check, but it won't be mate, but it will be mate because of the way that this is going to go. So that is interesting. Is there no way to wait, that can't be right. What the fuck? 22 seconds. Can't move here. I don't understand. How did this happen? Okay. Can't win at anything today, I guess. You only have the one square to go to, and then he takes.
Checkmate.
Wow. Okay. Impressive. Damn, I didn't want it to be just one game, but I did say until I lose. Imagine losing to somebody in this, dude. Okay.